click this.
Now.
Yeah, that turns the mics off.
he enjoys. I mean, you can come up here at any time and there's an event, and it's something that we're very proud of. And I know as the Science Hill Athletic Department and the Liberty Bell Athletic Department, we're very grateful that we have this facility.
We're talking again to Keith Turner, Athletic Director. We're here again for Media Day here at Science Hill at Kermit Tipton Stadium. And so on any given Friday night, how many youngsters out here? Time you do cheerleaders, the band, the football team, how many kids out here
Wow.
making it go on a Friday night?
I mean, you got close to 100 football players and, 40, 50 different groups of cheerleaders. You got 16, 18 dance team, and then you got our Unity dance team, another 15 or 20, and a couple hundred in the band. And then don't forget our ROTC program. I mean, the things that we have that they do, they go unnoticed. They're the unsung heroes, sort of like they are in our country, our military. But they do a lot of service projects and do things for us at the game that we just couldn't operate without them. So I'd like to personally thank Colonel Johnson and the cadets for all that they do.
Let's talk Media Day. That's why we're here. Again, we're at Kermit Tipton Stadium. The fog's lifting, and it's going to be really a hot and muggy day here in Johnson City, the weatherman says. But right now it's very pleasant, very nice out here, and Media Day is on. So tell us what's going on here today.
Well, it's just the day that gets everything going in the fall. You start school. We started this past Monday. And when you're walking around, you start hearing the band play, and they're practicing. You see all the different teams practicing. It's just an exciting time. But this is just a chance for us to get the word out there, what our teams look like, for the media to interview them, get all the pictures taken, and, the families sort of come together. And, of course, in today's society, all of our youngsters, this is a chance for them to update their Facebook page and all that with new pictures.
Instagram, Twitter,
Yes.
Social media, the whole thing. So cheerleaders are here, the dance team's here, the Unity dance team, golf. Coach Vanny will be here in a little while with his golf team, cross country with Coach Brockett, the soccer, and of course the varsity football team. And so here come the cheerleaders here coming down
Yes.
and they're getting ready to get their picture snapped. And now they started up in the gym. Is that right? That's how it got going?
Yeah, we start up there with the pictures that they can purchase and stuff that goes in the annual, that sort of thing. It just flows better, and then that way if we have rain, we already have a place for a rain plan, because that has happened a few times during media day, and we don't want to be rambling and scrambling. So luckily we have a facility up there that could do all this too if we had to.
We don't want. I don't know where your backup plan. My backup plan's garbage bags over here in the and a mad scramble. So we don't want any rain this morning. So far, it's very very pleasant out here. So again, I know you got to run and kind of navigate this thing, but you'll come back in a little while and talk a little bit more. Won't you?
I'll be glad to, and we'll send some of our coaches and our athletes that way.
You got it.
Thank you, Tom.
Go Toppers.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Appreciate it very, very much. Again, Athletic Director Keith Turner, and of course, we're going to bounce it back and forth. We'll be right back, and just sit tight with us. We'll put it on hold, and we'll come back and visit some more here in just a few minutes. Media Day at Science Hill High School right here on Tom Taylor Productions. And we're back on Media Day. We're going to be talking to folks coming and going here because everybody's getting their picture taken and everybody's smiling real big and cheesing for the cameras and for the mamas and so on and so forth. And one of these, obviously, very beautiful young ladies with us from Science Hill would be a member of the dance team. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Allie Parks.
Hello, Allie Parks. How are
Hello.
you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Have you had a good summer?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's been very good.
Very good. What'd you do this summer? What was cool? Beach?
I went to the beach. We had dance camp.
Really?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell me about dance camp and a little bit about the dance team. Are you a senior?
Yes, sir. I'm a senior this
All right.
year. I've been on it ever since my freshman year, so it's like grown over the years really good and stuff like that. So it's becoming a very good program for Science Hill, and it's a good addition and stuff. But our dance camp, we had it for 4 days, and we had the coach from Memphis, Tennessee, their dance team. She came and taught us our pom and hip hop, and then we had 2 former UT dancers teach us jazz dances. So we have a good amount of dances for this football season and basketball season, so we're excited about it.
So football, obviously basketball, you perform at halftime, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Football, where will we see it? Halftime as well?
No, it's actually pregame at 7 o'clock.
Pregame at
Yes,
7.
sir.
Right
Yes.
here in front of the Topper Nation?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Exactly.
How many ladies are in the dance team or on the dance team?
14.
14.
Yes, sir.
All right. And how did you make the team? I would assume you had to go through some kind of a tryout, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. You try out usually in April, towards the end of April and stuff, and you learn to dance, you learn the fight song, you learn a couple of cheers. You have to do your technique and stuff, so that's a big thing you have to work on throughout the year, just growing on your technique and stuff. So.
How many years you been on the dance team?
Ever since my freshman year.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
So when you try out every time, is it still nervous? Even though you've been on there, you still got to make the cut and do it again, right?
Yes, it's always nervous, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you always feel comfortable. Like, it gets easier, I feel like,
Mhm.
once you're, a senior and stuff. But, I mean, you're always nervous, and you always want to do good and stuff. So I always like to push myself, too, and, make sure I hit everything I, can, you know.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Very poised young lady. So when you graduate from Science Hill, what do you want to do after post-high school?
Well, I really want to become a teacher. So, yes.
Awesome.
So I've been looking at a few colleges in Tennessee and stuff like that. So
Cool stuff.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to see what it brings.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Allie Parks, again, from the dance team. That's very good, and we appreciate her very much.
Yes,
so the
sir.
teacher came in from Memphis, and you guys got a lot of new stuff we got to be looking for this year.
Yes, definitely.
7 o'clock football and halftime basketball.
Yes, sir.
All right. Go
Hope
Toppers.
to see y'all there. Go Toppers.
Yeah, Allie Parks, nice
Thank
job.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Good job again. Part of Media Day here. Again, of course, we're very pleased to tell you we're bringing you Science Hill football, basketball, and baseball starting August 28th when the Cyclones come to town. We'll be looking forward to that. Here comes the golf team meandering past us, and now Coach Bowman says, I've got to be on she wants to be on this so bad. I said, okay, it's a done. I'm telling you, this young lady made my day of the night at the 4th grade parents meeting. I'm still laughing about this young lady. She is Kelly Bowman. She is the sponsor of the dance team. And how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. How long have you been the sponsor of the dance team?
We started the team 5 years ago, so this is our 5th year.
5th year. Now, Allie's all jazzed up because somebody came in from Memphis and taught some dances and routines.
Yes, we had Carol Lloyd from Memphis, who's taken the Memphis dance team to the Nationals several years and won 12 times. We had some former UT national champion dancers, Brooke Kessler and Jennifer Walters, come in, and they choreographed some dances for us also. So the girls worked hard this summer.
There you go. And then when Allie was talking about tryouts, like any other team, very competitive, very intense, very stressful. And so when you earn a spot on this dance team, you've done something, right?
You not only have the skills, but you can pick up on choreography quickly. You have to have good grades, of course. I focus on that a lot. And really want to be a part of the Spirit Squad for Science Hill.
Yeah. Talking to Kelly Bowman. Again, we're live here streaming around the world on the internet. We're your home for Science Hill Sports. Again, starting August 28th. We're here, and we're very excited. We're going to be here bringing you a live stream around the world. I know the football game we did last year, Science Hill and DB, we had 10,000 viewers around the world. In fact, we even had some folks from Japan watching the game. So we'll be doing that again with football, and there may be some folks out there right now. Say it, wave to Japan, because you just never know.
Hello, Japan. I forgot how do you say hello. It's in music class.
I have no clue how to say hello.
Oh, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. There you go. If you're in Japan right now, konnichiwa. We're in Johnson City talking to Kelly Bowman. So the ladies work very, very hard, and Allie told me 7 o'clock home football games.
Yes.
And halftime of the basketball games.
Of the basketball.
Yeah.
And I hope she told you they've started supporting the other teams at the high school as well. So we dance at soccer games, the girls' soccer for
Awesome.
opening and senior night, and we dance at the boys' soccer. We make posters and cookies for soccer, baseball, softball, and we're starting sport volleyball this year.
That's awesome. This is a great school, isn't it?
It's awesome.
Great system, too.
It is, and I'm very thankful to Keith Turner for allowing us to start this dance team.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's always pushing the envelope, trying to get as many kids. In fact, before you came over, I asked him how many kids on a Friday night are involved in something here at Science Hill, be it football, dance team, cheerleaders. The list goes on and on. He said probably 400 or 500 kids, easy. So
Well, he does want to make sure that everybody has some avenue,
yeah,
to participate in the high school. So
yeah, very
he's
good.
a great athletic director.
Thank
Okay.
you for stopping
All
by.
right, thank you.
Go Toppers. There you go. Kelly Bowman, again, the sponsor of the dance team here on Media Day and Kermit Tipton Stadium here in Johnson City, Tennessee at Science Hill High School. We're very pleased to be a part of this program, and it's going to be good, and it is good. And that's our dance team. We got the Unity Dance folks coming up here in a minute. Tracy Honeycutt. Cheerleaders will be here in a little while. We'll talk to Missy Cullip and Rosemary Hilton. Also our golf coach going to be here. Kevin Van Noy, cross country. Jennifer Brockett. David Strickland, the soccer coach, will stop by here in a few minutes. And, of course, a little bit later on this morning, Stacy Carter will find out how the scrimmage went last night with Coach Carter. And so we'll be, again, talking to him and some of the football team coming up here in just a few minutes. It is Media Day at Science Hill. The fog is lifting. I was telling Coach Turner earlier that the old farmer's tale is how many foggy August mornings you have will be how many snows you will get. And so right now I've got the number of 2 so far, 2 really good thick fogs, including one of those this morning. So based on the old farmer's tale, that would tell me it's going to be at least 2 snow events coming up in the winter of 2015-16. Of course, I don't know about you, but I'll be tickled to death there's never another snow. 9 below and snow back in February did it for me. So I can sit out there in this humidity all day long and not worry about a thing. Thanks for being with us here on Media Day. We will come right back with more. And, again, we want to run down the football schedule for you. Do want to tell you that. We got the volleyball schedule. They're not here today. Volleyball is having what they call play day down at CAK in Knoxville. They're not here today. And so Coach Van Noy's here at the golf. We'll talk to him coming up in a few minutes. Also, the volleyball schedule. They do start volleyball, by the way, media night coming up on the 8th of August. In fact, they've media night and then the scrimmage. And then, let's see, they actually get things going. Media night will be on the 11th for the varsity, and that'll be a Dobbins Minute coming up at 4 o'clock on the 11th, which would be, Tuesday. It'll be media day for the volleyball team for the entire conference. And then you have Sullivan South will be the opening game that counts. It'll be here on the 18th. We're going to be giving you some broadcasting some of the volleyball games. We're going to be doing some of the soccer. We're going to be doing as much as we can to promote this great program here at Science Hill High School. Football schedule, again, let's run it down for you. It all gets started August 28th against Elizabethton, 7:30 kickoff. We'll be here and on the road at all the games. September the 4th, we go to Bradley Central, which is going to be a very, very tough opponent in the conference opener. Urban, North Carolina for homecoming on September the 11th. Science Hill takes on Maryville. The Rebels come calling on September the 18th. A 7:30 kickoff here at Kermit Tipton. Also on September 25th, they travel down the road to Gray to battle Daniel Boone. October the 2nd, the month of October, 5 games, I should say. 2 home and 3 on the road. Hardin Valley on October the 2nd on the road at Hardin Valley. October the 9th, we come back and battle William Blount here. October the 16th, the football team hosts Jeff County, our final home game of the season, a regular season anyway. October 23rd, go to Bearden, and then October the 30th, travel across the Tri-Cities to take on Graham Clark and the Dobbins Minute Indians. So that's your football schedule. Home games, Elizabethton, Irwin, North Carolina for homecoming, Maryville, William Blount, and Jeff County. Road games, Bradley Central, Daniel Boone, Hardin Valley, Knox Bearden, and the Dobbins Minute Indians. So that's what's going on there. We also have an announcement about which is really cool. They've purchased the band. We had got a note from our buddy Greg Taylor with the Science Hill Hilltopper Marching Band, and they have purchased a new trailer for the band. And there is advertising space available in the trailer. If you're interested, you can give them a call. Let's see, who's your contact. It would be Beth, and I don't know who Beth's last name is. But it's Beth, and she would be the one who can help you with that. And her number is 996-6852. If you're interested in, again, getting a spot on the new band trailer, that would be 996-6852 is the number to call to find out some more information about getting on the new band trailer for the Science Hill Hilltopper Marching Band under Dr. Carson Vermillion. So, and they're working very hard right now, just like these fall sports teams as well, getting ready for their band performance season. Of course, they'll perform in the first game August 28th here against the Elizabethton Cyclones. We'll come back with more, again, Media Day, so we'll get some more guests lined up, so bear with us. We'll come as they come our way and want to visit. We'll flat put them on the air here on Media Day on Tom Taylor Productions, being seen and heard around the world on livestream.com, and just simply type in Tom Taylor Productions, and there we be. So we'll come back with more guests coming up here in a few minutes. Media Day from Kermit Tipton Stadium on a beautiful Saturday morning here in August 2015. To quote a guy by the name of John Ward, this tells you it's football time in Tennessee. We'll be right back, and just stay with us, and we'll come back in just a few minutes with more folks here again on Media Day on Tom Taylor Productions. Hey, we're back on Media Day again, as promised. They'll come over here as they have their pictures taken. Of course, the field's full of different fall sports teams, and one of those teams, man, this is an exciting bunch of young ladies. We're going to talk to some of them in a few minutes. The Topper Unity Dance Team, and the sponsor and coach is Tracy Honeycutt. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Good. So tell me about this team. Folks out there around the world watching and listening to this have no clue about the Topper Unity Dance Team, so tell me about it, would you please?
Sure. Unity Dance Team has been in place for several years now. We've got a great group of girls, and basically the goal of the Unity Dance Team is to provide girls an opportunity from different socioeconomic classes, different minority races, just a great group of girls to get together, and young man. We have a young man that's been with us now 2 or 3 years. So they do more hip-hop, street-type dancing as opposed to more of the traditional choreographed dance type, as opposed to the other dance team.
Yeah, we just talked to her a few minutes ago. So the Unity Dance Team, tell me how you make the team. Is there tryouts? How many girls are involved? And kind of give me an overview of how you make the team.
We do have tryouts held in May, and the girls go through a rigid 3-day tryout. They are required by our policies to maintain school attendance, maintain their grades, no discipline records. And then they go through the series of 3-day tryouts, and then we select a group of what we feel like will work together and provide unity for our school. And it's really great because they unify and get the kids in the high school on board as a unity community. They try to promote and get all the kids from the whole student body involved.
And they do. Now, when do they perform during football? Pregame, halftime?
They will be performing this year, some during before games. We'll also get to be on the track this year for homecoming, which we're really excited about for the girls and guys. And then they'll proceed right on into basketball season as well, and they get to be a participant in all the pep rallies and the events held at school too.
How many girls on the team?
16 and one boy.
16 and one young lad.
Young man, yes.
That's awesome. And so pretty easy to coach these young ladies because they're eager and they work hard, right?
You know, I'm a guidance counselor here at Science Hill, and I'm also a dance teacher on the side too. And it's really nice to be able to hand some responsibilities over to young adults. We have several seniors that they work together and they put the dances together, so it leaves me out of having to do all the choreography, and it's really nice for that. And they put the music together. We scrutinize the music, and we've never had a problem with that. So because they are using more of the rap, hip-hop type music, so they do a great job putting that all together, and something that the kids in the student body can relate to.
Neat stuff. Very good. So we'll look forward to seeing the Topper Unity Dance Team. First home game, August 28th. You'll be ready, right?
We should be.
You should be. Pick me out a young lady to talk to. Who wants to come and be next year? By the way, thank you. Appreciate
Thank you very much.
Yep. We're going to be talking to her throughout the season. Again, Tracy Honeycutt, counselor here, and also the coach, the Topper Unity Dance Team here on Media Day. Coach Van Oy is going to join us in a few minutes, golf coach, and we got him lined up here, which is what it's all about. We're going to be bringing the games again beginning August 28th here on live stream around the world, and we're very excited about bringing you Hilltopper Sports here. It's going to be good, and here comes a young lady. Boy, look at this young lady's going to come in here and put these headsets on and tell me who you are.
My name's Tamara Erie, and I'm the captain of Unity Dance Team at Science Hill.
Cool. Now, what's it mean to be the captain of the Topper Unity Dance Team to you?
It means being a great leader and learning. I have to learn how to be responsible and also respectful and patient. It's taught me a lot of things like that, and just being able to work with such a unique group of people who have different talents, different strengths, different weaknesses, and putting it all together in one routine. It's really fun, and I'm really glad that I was chosen to do that for my second year.
Cool. Only your second year?
Yes.
Wow, that is impressive. So tease me, what kind of music we're going to be hearing when you guys get out there and dance?
Majority of it is hip hop, occasionally with our little pop. This year we are going to do a little throwback routine, so that should be really exciting. And we try to keep it as current as possible usually, but we do some throwback songs. So
Throwback would be Michael Jackson?
we will be doing some Michael Jackson.
Really? All right.
We will.
I remember that's back in my ear. Okay, who else?
They wanted to do Salt and Pepper, some
Okay.
wanted to do some TLC, so I'll try to squeeze some in some things like that.
So do you mix it? You put it down, mix
I
it down?
do.
Cool. All right. So how many seniors, are you a senior?
I am.
How many seniors on the team?
There's 7 this year.
Wow. 16 total, Coach Honeycutt said, a young man, and 7 seniors.
Yes, sir.
Wow. And your name again is?
Tamara Erie.
All right, I got to make sure I remember that because we're going to have her back on a little bit later on in the season once we get started. So you guys will be at all the home games, or ladies and guys, and we'll have to get you up there and talk then too, all right?
Of course.
Go Toppers.
Go Toppers.
Give me some taters.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. Good job. Tamara Yuri, thank you very much again. Good stuff here. The dance team, the Topper Unity team. We got the golf team coming up here. Coach Van Oy. We're here on Media Day. Beautiful day here at Kermit-Tipton Stadium. And the land of the Toppers, the Topper Nation out here in full force this morning. Football team coming in a few minutes. And let me get Coach Van Oy over here. Coach, can you come? Yeah. Me and him talked back during Coach Whaley's basketball camp. I want to get – thank you, ladies. Appreciate you. Good job. And Coach Van Oy, good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Good. So tell me so far about the golf team 2015 for Science Hill.
Well, we just finished up with Morristown last week, and we had a match this Tuesday at Buffalo Valley. But we had a really strong showing down in Morristown. That's a good sign for us this year. We come in first, shot a 295. Some kids really stepped up. So if we can keep that going throughout the season, then it should be a fun year for Toppers boys golf anyway.
By the way, this whole entire media day is going to be rebroadcast on YouTube later on today. We'll put it up on YouTube. You can go back and watch it. So this will be out there for archived, I guess, for infinity. So this will be up on YouTube later on this morning. We'll put it up after the show's over, and we're very excited about that. All right, you mentioned Morristown was a good test. Tell me why.
Well, usually that's who you're going to see in conference and in the region tournament. So in order to get through to the state tournament, that's a good early test to see, kind of what your region has to offer and what your obstacles are going to be through the year. And the region tournament actually is down there this year. They host. So we'll still have to go through Morristown again, Patriot Hills Golf Course down there. But it's a good early test to see what we've got.
Science Hill, if I remember right, up on the wall in the lobby, 3 state championships in golf down through the years. Is that right?
Yes, sir. And then, if I remember correctly, I think there's one. I know that there's at least another runner-up, and I think there was one earlier. So it's one of the best story programs. Golf, because of the numbers and where we play, we don't get a lot of attention. But it's an honor to be a part of the program and the tradition that was built with the previous coaches here.
Talking to Coach Vanoy again. It's Media Day here. You're watching this on Tom Taylor Productions around the world and live streaming, which we appreciate that very, very much. And, of course, here in the Tri-Cities and anywhere in the world, again, as we told you earlier, the football game back on Halloween, we had folks watching all over the world, literally, because we were getting feedback from places. And so one never knows who's watching this today, but let's talk about your guys and your ladies. Let's talk about the gentlemen out here. Let's start actually in the South. Let's talk about the ladies first. Your Lady Hilltopper golf team.
Yeah, the ladies will be solid. We're young, so that's kind of reflective in some of our scores right now. But leading the way for the girls is sophomore Jenny Simonson. She'll be our solid number one, and then we have a freshman, Lillian Chin, that's come on. And we have a junior, Mackenzie Howe. In Morristown, they finished fourth, which is good for them at this point in the year. We lost a player last year, our number one, to homeschool, so that hurts a little bit. But those girls have a chance to step up, and the core's there for us to be good, really, over the next few years with them, and then hopefully some more girls will come up and just strengthen the program.
Yep. Feeder program here again at Science Hill. Tell me about that. Obviously, you're only as good, I think, up on the varsity level as your middle school feeder program. Tell me how that works here in Johnson City.
Well, we have the middle school golf in the spring, which usually feeds our golfers at the high school level. But the local program like the TGA and stuff, they conduct that all summer, and we kind of benefit from that feed also. But in doing that, we're very fortunate at Science Hill to have a JV team too, so that's helped us over the years. So we're able to, like this year, we've kept 15 kids. So we're always able to find a diamond in the rough. It might take some kids 3 years to develop, and then you're like, where did this kid come from his senior year? So that's been very fortunate for us, and that's compliment to Coach Turner and everybody for allowing us to have it. And the golf courses, I can't say enough about Pine Oaks and Buffalo Valley for having us out there every day. The Country Club and Blackthorn will let us host some varsity matches out there. So it's actually the community support that's probably really the basis for the success that we have.
Whatever it takes, right? Let's get them out there and get them in first place, whatever it takes to help these guys and ladies out. We're talking to Coach Vanoy again, the golf coach here at Science Hill. It's Media Day. Fog is lifting here. It's going to be a beautiful day here in Johnson City. And let's switch gears and talk about the gentlemen, would you please?
Yeah, leading the way for the guys is I think we've got two of the best golfers in East Tennessee, Garrett Whitfield and Jack Ray. They played really well over the summer in the higher level events. At Morristown, Garrett was 3 under and Jack was 2 under. And, they're going to be our anchor for us to get down the road. They will have to play well. They're mature. This is the third year they're in the varsity season, so they're experienced, and their leadership and how they mature can bring some of the young guys and mold some of the older guys around that nucleus that they have.
I would think the conference, just about year in, year out, when you look at the conference, you look across the region to Kingsport and Dobbins-Bennett, right?
Yeah, I mean, Dobbins-Bennett's dominated the last 3 years. I mean, they still have 2 Division I golfers over there, and they just lost another one. So we've been battling uphill a little bit. But this year, the conference kind of leveled out. Everybody has 2 really good golfers. So what's exciting is that it's going to be your 3, 4, 5 guy that has to come in. So even though the 1s and 2s will have to play good for every team, it's going to be the team factor this year. So it's kind of going to be exciting to see who matures, who steps up as the season goes along.
It's Media Day. We're talking to Coach Vanoy, the golf coach here at Science Hill, again at Kermit-Tipton Stadium, and it's an exciting time. And these guys and ladies, they're kind of jazzed, and they're ready to, and they already started, obviously, get out there and see how far we can go down the road, right?
Yes. Obviously, our goal is a state tournament for both programs. I mean, just with the history that we have here. So that's our goal. It's a short season this year, but it's still a long season. So we just got to play right at the right times. It is also golf. As you can watch on Sundays, you can see the best in the world falter at times. But if we keep our composure, we should be able to make a run and make Johnson City proud.
That's the name of the game. Go Toppers here in the Topper Nation. Got a couple of youngsters you want me to talk to. Who do you want to?
Yeah, we'll introduce a couple of guys. It'll be Jack Ray and Garrett Whitfield.
Right.
Those are statistically our top 2 golfers, but those are the kids that's put in the time. I mean, they went on tour throughout the summer. As I like to call it, they put in the sweat equity in golf. They are our leaders. But it'd be interesting to to hear from these guys. I mean, they're very good kids. The grades are great. Their parents are great. So it's just a way to get them out there to the community a little bit and showcase us.
You got the name of the games while we're here, showcasing not just football but all the fall sports at Scienceville. It's a great place to be, and I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to working with you, and we're going to talk to you a lot on my daily sports show. I want to get you on there as much as I can, promoting these kids. Golf's a great sport, obviously. I don't think it gets enough pub on the high school level, so that's my objective is to do that, at least with Scienceville Golf.
We thank you for this time, and if the community wants to go out, our schedule's on the athletic calendar. We encourage anybody to come out and just watch. And past alumni, it's a big family here. You can see just the environment, whether it's football, basketball, or any sports, athletics. We just encourage the public to come out, and maybe it's free, so we won't even charge you on that day.
No, you just come out and watch for free.
All right.
Go Toppers. Good job, Coach. Thank you, my friend.
All right, thank
you. Let's get Jack Ray in here. I believe back in the day, my first go-around with Scienceville, there was a guy named A.R. Ray, and I'm going to see where the connection is. I would assume there is a connection. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Man, say that again. Like those pipes. Say it again. You got a radio voice. Do it again.
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm good. How are you? You're doing good. Jack Ray, now, are you kin to A.R.?
I am. A.R.'s my dad.
There you go. I remember back in the day, A.R. was a pitcher here, left-hander, if I remember correctly. I think he played a little basketball back in the day, too, and some football, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. He did about everything.
Yes, he did. So let's talk about it. Coach Van Oy was really singing your praises. You've been all over the country traveling this summer. Tell me a little bit about that, would you please?
Yes, sir. Really just all these junior tournaments. To get yourself noticed, you've just got to travel around and just try to play in really the best junior tournaments possible and try to have good finishes. So really you're really never even home in the summertime. You're always just gone. You're always playing golf. You really don't even have much free time.
Educate me. For someone out there, we know college basketball, you'd want to go to Kentucky or North Carolina. Those are the big marquee names in basketball. What are some of the big marquee names in golf?
Really, the SEC and the ACC are probably two of the best conferences. LSU won the men's national championship last year, and I know Georgia had a pretty good season last year. But there's a lot of what you would say, I guess, smaller Division I schools that you don't really think about that actually have really good teams, just some teams, and like ETSU's got a really good program, and people don't really realize that. But there's a lot of schools out there that really you can go there and just make yourself a lot better.
Talking to Jack Ray again from the Scienceville golf team. What's the toughest part of the game for you, the putting or the driving? Or
probably honestly just mental game. It's just staying focused and after a bad hole, just regrouping. Sometimes it gets tough out there. You get really angry, and sometimes you just gotta take a minute, take a deep breath, and relax, and just have fun.
Talk about your team this year, your teammates. How far do you think you guys can go?
I think we got a good chance. I mean, me and Garrett Whitfield have been playing really well. I mean, we're probably going to have some really good rounds to get us, to the state tournament and to have a chance at a state tournament. But I think we have a lot of potential. We got some guys out there who can play good, and they're just going to have to put it together.
Your classification is what? You're senior?
I'm a junior.
Junior?
Yes, sir.
Got you for 2 more years.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. What about Garrett? What class is he in?
He's a junior. We've been here since freshman year.
Wow. Now, before I let you go, for those out there watching that may want to pick up the game of golf, when did you start playing, and how did you get started in golf? Your dad get you going with it?
Yeah, my dad really had me in everything when I was young, and golf was really just what I excelled in. And then I started playing competitively probably around 8 or 9. So I've been doing it for a while.
Go Toppers.
Yes, sir.
Let's get on down to state. How about it?
Let's do it. It sounds good.
Bring home a championship to Johnson City.
Yes, sir.
You got it.
It's the goal.
That's the name of the game. I like. He's got that look in his eye. I like it. Again, Jack Ray with us again. Thank you, my friend. Let's get Garrett over here and let him chit-chat for a few minutes. It's media day. Then Missy Cutlip's going to join us, the cheerleading sponsor. Got football coming up in a few minutes. We've already talked to the dance teams and also talked to the both dance teams. And now we're talking with Coach Van Oy, now his players. And Garrett's in the house. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Let's talk about your summer. Tell me where you've traveled and some of the tournaments you played in.
I think I started out and I went up to Virginia Tech, and I played a couple down. I played a couple in Florida, and a few in Georgia. I've been traveling around the east a little bit, and it's been good.
Your game, we talked about Jack. Jack said his game's just from the hole-to-hole stress. What's the toughest part of your game, the putting or the driving or just the stress?
Honestly, I'm pretty straight off the tee, and I usually have a good short game, but it comes down to making putts is the biggest thing because you got to score. So I'd say making putts, you've got to do to shoot low. And sometimes it struggles, but I'll usually find it and post a couple good scores usually.
Talking to Garrett Whitfield again, member of the soccer team. I'm watching the soccer team come in. The golf team again here at Science Hill, and big rival. I would assume it's Science Hill. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. What was the question?
The rival. I mean, is that the team you guys want to beat? It's DB.
Oh, DB. Yeah. It for sure because they still have two solid players. And we're probably the same. Honestly, I think we could definitely be better this year and make a good run, maybe even the state. But they're still our biggest rival for now.
How did you get started in golf?
When I was probably 5 or 6, I used to go out and go to Elizabethton, Tri-Cities with my granddad and family, and we go out and play foursomes and have little clubs and play, and I just liked it ever since.
Awesome. You'll be able to watch this again on YouTube coming up here in a little while. And, again, it's live all over the world here on livestream.com. We're talking to Garrett Whitfield again of the golf team. And so for folks out there that don't play golf, what is a typical last question to get you ready on call it game day, but what, certain athletes do certain things. You guys go out and get something to eat? Do you sit in the locker room and just at the golf course and turn the lights out and be quiet? I mean, how does a golfer get ready in high school golf to play?
Well.
What's your ritual or routine?
For school golf?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Honestly, I think it's funny because we always have those tournaments that we do certain things. Hendersonville, it's putting in the hotel in the hallways. Other tournaments, like local, we either go get something to eat or we talk on the bus, listen to music, those types of things. Nothing crazy. Just you don't want to take it too serious in the beginning, but as the round begins, you got to have a focused mind.
Awesome. Appreciate you coming by. You're looking forward to talking to you throughout the season. And, hey, go Toppers, all right?
Yeah, go Toppers.
Garrett Whitfield gave me some taters, too. I like it. Good job. Again, it's Media Day here at Science Hill, Kermit Tipton Stadium. We're very pleased to be here. And, again, very pleased to be part of the Topper Nation as far as broadcasting football, basketball, baseball. We're talking softball. We're talking some soccer. It's going to be good. And we are very pleased to be here and be a part of this. Soccer team's here. Cheerleaders are here. Football team's coming down in a few minutes. We've already visited with the dance team, with Kelly Bowman and the Unity dance team, with Tracy Honeycutt. Missy Cutlip's due to join us here in a few minutes with the Science Hill Cheerleaders. Also, you've got we just talked to Coach Vano and his guys with the golf team. Cross country's here. Volleyball is not here. They're down at CAK for a play day today. So the volleyballers, Coach Maiden, are not here, but again, the rest of the folks are, and so we're just kind of taking them one by one as they come our way. So we'll take a pause for the calls. We'll be right back. Don't leave us, and we'll come back with soccer. And we've got also, as we said, cheerleading, and, of course, the obvious football, Hilltopper football. We'll find out how the scrimmage went last night against Lenore City. They'll scrimmage one more time coming up this coming Friday. The Hilltoppers will be on the road at Knox Catholic, and then we get ready for showtime. August the 28th will be our first broadcast, 7:30 kickoff, on air at 7 with the pregame show as we get you ready for the Hilltoppers and the Elizabethton Cyclones and the lid lifter of the 2015 season. So here comes, I believe, I was going to take a break, but, yeah, here she comes, Mrs. Cutlip, who is the cheerleading sponsor, and we're going to talk to her in just a second. So very excited, and saw this young lady, one of our great sponsors. Saw her and Coach the other day with all the youngins at one of our favorite spots and one of our places. Our great sponsors, Chick-fil-A, and Coach Cutlip, as I'll call her. She was there with the other coach and all the boys, and you guys are there about as much as we are, aren't you?
We are. We love Chick-fil-A.
We love Chick-fil-A as well. Missy Cutlip was with us, and I'm going to call you Coach Cutlip. Let's talk about your cheerleaders. They worked very hard, and tell me about camps and places they've gone this summer to get better for Topper cheerleaders.
Well, my 16 girls have done some amazing things. We have 4 senior leaders that are just amazing. We have practiced pretty much all summer, on and off, of course, without dead week. But we had King College come to us and gave us a full-day camp. We alongside of King College, we also met several times this summer and worked on our routine. You should come out September 11th to Homecoming Pep Rally. It's going to be amazing. We've got some talented girls out here.
Yeah. Urban, North Carolina will be the homecoming September the 11th. So Work very hard. Now, when you go to camps, you can win Cheerleader of the Year, All-American Cheerleader, different awards. Did any of our young ladies get that this year? There we go. We're back. I hope. Yeah, we're back. We got unplugged inadvertently. Okay, let's go back to we were talking about young ladies who earned some individual honors this summer.
Well, we do great things, but we had asked King College to come to us individually and not compete against somebody else, so they came to us. So there wasn't individual honors to be won, but that doesn't mean that our girls aren't fantastic. So.
Good point. And so the routines they learn, they're always learning new, different things. So what you saw last year is going to be different, obviously, than what you saw this year, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how many hours do you put in as a cheerleader sponsor?
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
A little bit less than basketball coach Cutlet. Just a little.
Just a smidgen less.
Just a smidgen.
Yeah. The opportunity, I talked to Keith earlier, our athletic director, the opportunity on a Friday night, cheerleaders, dance team, unity dance team, football, band. There's probably 500 or 600 kids out here off the streets involved in something on a Friday night, and I think that's fantastic.
That is. And to see everybody just rooting on the toppers, it's amazing things.
Yeah.
I love this field.
Yeah. Is this not awesome? This is an awesome
It
facility.
is.
Yeah.
Our scoreboard, our jumbotron, the field, the turf, the bleachers. Our band is amazing. Our new weight room. I mean, this is the place to be.
And that that guy you hang out with a lot, that guy named Coach Cutlip, he's got a pretty nice basketball place to play in too, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We love our gym.
Yeah. The folks here in Johnson City Board of Education, the city fathers have done a great job investing the money in the future, which is out here, these young people. So no question. And so getting ready. So we will see you August 28th. Will be the first game. We'll
That's
be cheering,
our first
right?
game. Absolutely.
Yeah. If you have anything coming up, car washes, any kind of fundraisers, any way I can help promote the cheerleaders, please let me know so I can get the word out during our broadcast. All right?
That's great. We actually do have a cheer clinic that we're hosting. We have 3 Saturdays coming up. Our first one is Saturday, August 22nd. And we are actually out here for the Run for the Hill. We're going to cheer on the runners. The Run for the Hill, that is a fundraiser for Science Hill High School, the 5K run. That's on Saturday morning, starts at, I believe, at 8 o'clock. The registration is from like 7 to 7:30. And then right after that, from 11 to 2, any kindergarten through 8th grade, boy or girl, who would like to participate in our cheer clinics, just $30 for the 3 hours. And we'll go over pretty much anything they'd like to know about cheerleading. We'll help them fine-tune their jumps, get a little bit higher, learn how to condition, do a little bit of tumbling, stunting, teach them some cheers. And any boy or girl who comes to us for all 3 of our cheer clinics, we'll have one in August, the 22nd. We'll have one in September, one in October. If anybody who comes to all 3, they get to cheer alongside us in the bleachers at one of our basketball games.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Especially for a young lady, that'd be a real thrill.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get them jazzed up. So do you have a flyer or anything you can give me so you can bring me one or give me one?
I do. I have one that I can run down to you here in just a minute.
Before I leave here, and that way I can promote it on my show every day, my sports show. And then
Absolutely. That'd be great.
And we get ready for football. Of course, the first one would have already happened, but 2 more will be coming in after football season starts, right, at the clinics?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate you coming over here, and go Toppers.
Thank you. Go Toppers.
Yep. Missy Cullip again, the cheerleading coach / sponsor again of the cheerleaders here at Science Hill High School, and they do great things, and we appreciate her coming by very much. Sorry about the snafu. Somebody inadvertently tripped over the cord and unplugged it. So, what do? You can only do so much. So, we appreciate them very much, and we appreciate you giving us a listen wherever you may be. Again, this will be up on YouTube later on this afternoon. Of course, on iTunes and TuneIn Radio as well. Again, on Tom Taylor Productions. We're on live stream. Just type in Tom Taylor Productions, and there we be. And we appreciate you giving us a look at and a listen here on Media Day at Science Hill High School here in Johnson City, Tennessee. So we'll come right back with more. Don't leave us, and we'll just kind of sit right here till the next wave comes through. We've already talked to the dance team, the Unity dance team, the cheerleaders, the golf team. So yet to come, we'll talk a little cross country, a little soccer. Also, of course, the obvious, and they'll be down here in a few minutes, will be the 2015 with Coach Carter and the Science Hill Hilltopper football team. So stay with us. We'll just stay right here and come back and visit and carry on here on Media Day 2015 at Kermit Tipton Stadium here at Science Hill High School. We're back on Media Day here again at Science Hill High School. Again, this is going to be up on iTunes, TuneIn Radio currently, and, of course, later today we'll put it up on YouTube, so you can go back and watch this in its entirety. And here's another young lady who has, visions of doing this in college. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Tell her about who you are.
My name's Grace Foster. I'm a senior this year at Science Hill.
Yeah, so tell me about being a member of the dance team.
It's definitely been a huge part of my high school career. I've been on it since I was a freshman. Just definitely prepared me, thinking about what I want to do in the future, dancing in college, practicing every week, everything like that has really, really prepared me and set something for the future. So
tell me how it's worked for you as far as just skills with dealing with other people, working with a small group and being on a team, and sometimes you fuss and sometimes you don't, and that's just part of it. So tell me how that's helped you be a better person.
Right, so definitely you have to develop team building skills. You're around each other all week. You're always tired, games and everything. People get cranky. You have to, work those things out. But it's definitely, brought us really close together. We're like a family more than a dance team.
So where would you like to go? What schools are known for their dance teams? I mean, I was talking earlier to the golf guys, basketball, you think Kentucky, North Carolina, if you want to go to the big-time schools. So what is a big-time dance college you'd like to go to?
So I was thinking of UT, actually. They are, one of the best in the country, or Memphis, very highly ranked. For our dance camp, we had a Memphis coach come in, and just working with her was really an honor because she has brought several teams to nationals and won many times. So
Coach Bowman talked about the grades. You got to have the grades to be on this team, which I think is very cool. Academics, you can't dance forever, but you got to have good grades to get a job and move on. So academics is very important, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you have good grades.
Yes, sir. Of course.
You better have, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. So what's been the coolest moment of you being on the Science Hill dance team? It's been a place you've gone, a particular dance you've done. Give me a highlight of so far of your dance career.
I'd say just, anytime, Friday nights, dancing under the lights. One time we actually got to dance at halftime. We normally do pregame. It was a DB game. We got to dance at halftime. It was raining, but we still got out there, had a good time, did really well, and got to support our team. So.
There you go. Tell us again one more time, when can we watch you dance during football season?
So 7 p.m. Friday nights at the stadium, and then halftime at the basketball games.
So get in your seats early on home football games at 7 o'clock and watch the dance team.
Yes, sir.
And Grace Foster.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Go Toppers.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Grace Foster, one of the young ladies, wants to move on. And as Coach Bowman told me off camera, there is scholarship dollars out there for dance folks or dance team members. So it's amazing the dollars are laying out there for different sports, and this is one of them, dance team, and they work very, very hard. That's why we're promoting not just football here on Media Day, but all these young people work hard. I mean, they sweat and get after it just like the football team does, the band does. Soccer does, of course, the dance team. So they all work hard, and they all deserve to get a little pub, and that's why we're here for Media Day. This will be up on YouTube later on, so you can watch this over and over. You can watch Grace Foster talk to us over and over and over. It's up there for infinity, also on iTunes and TuneIn Radio. So that's why we're here again for Media Day. And we appreciate you very much. And keep on keeping on, all right?
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Looking forward to seeing her again. Before the games, the dance team with Coach Bowman, 7 o'clock every home game. Again, those home dates are August the 28th. That would be Elizabethton. Let's see, September the 11th will be Urban, North Carolina, which is homecoming. Maryville coming to town. September the 18th, the dynasty of high school football in Tennessee is coming our way on September the 18th. Also, October the 9th and October the 16th will be the 5 nights you can watch them dance here again at Kermit Tipton Stadium. So, again, Media Day continues. We'll come back with more. You just stay with us, and as they come our way, we'll put them on here and let them chit-chat about their various sports. Well, Media Day here at Kermit Tipton Stadium, Science Hill High School, 2015, and Tom Taylor Productions. While we're waiting for our next group of folks to come our way here on Media Day, I do want to tell you about the volleyball schedule. Again, in fairness to them, they are not here today. They're at CAK in Knoxville with a play day, which is more or less like a round-robin scrimmage of sorts. So let's take a look at some of the scheduling opportunities for you to come out and watch Science Hill Volleyball with Coach Maiden and the folks. August the 18th, they'll start it right here at Science Hill against Sullivan South. They have the Early Bird Tournament in Knoxville. This is the month of August. Then they have Abington at home. They go to Dobbins Minute, go to Gate City, come back to Tennessee High, which will be a barn burner on the 27th of August. On the 29th, it'll be the Thrill on the Hill. That'll be an all-day tournament with junior varsity, with JV and freshmen. That'll be on the 29th, and they'll wrap up the month of August volleyball in Elizabethton against the Lady Cyclones. So that is August. And September, home matches against Volunteers, Sullivan Central, Gate City, Daniel Boone, Dobbins Minute. The Mountain Empire Tournament on the 19th of September here at Science Hill. Crockett will be here for senior night. And then they also travel in September. The volleyball team goes to Crockett. They go to a tournament in Charleston, South Carolina, Labor Day weekend. They also go to Sevierville, a tournament on the 11th and 12th. They also go to South Green, Sullivan South, Tennessee High, Volunteer, and Central. All those are regular season road games in September. And then, of course, they do the Pick-a-Dixie tournament at Sullivan South on September the 26th as well. So the volleyball team all over the place, very busy. In fact, as we said, Coach Maiden and Coach Fink, Taylor Fink, formerly of Sullivan South, now on the staff here. She's the JV coach. 9th grade coach for volleyball is Kristen Wright, and the 8th grade coach is Janessa Stoltz. And also the 7th grade coach, I remember calling this young lady's name from Sullivan East, Melissa Urban. So these are the folks making up the coaching staff at Science Hill for the volleyball program. And, again, they're on the road today in Knoxville. But, again, they all get started. The media night will be Tuesday of next week at 4 o'clock at Dobbins Minute. And then the regular season opener will be on the 18th against Sullivan South here, again with volleyball at Science Hill opening up here in Johnson City, the Topper Gym. We'll come back and we'll visit more. Stay with us. We got looks like cross country's coming in here now. We still will yet to talk to the soccer team. Girls soccer is here with Coach Strickland. We'll talk to him and some of the ladies in a few minutes. Also, we'll visit with the obvious, the football team for Media Day, and also we will visit with, obviously, the folks just walked by here, the cross-country team, which is very successful here at Science Hill. All these student-athletes working hard to represent Science Hill in the Topper Nation, and just hang with us. We'll come back here in a few minutes and visit with some more on Media Day here at Kermit Tipton Stadium on Tom Taylor Productions. We're back on Media Day here again at Kermit Tipton Stadium at Science Hill. Fall sports, they're all important in my book, whether it's a dance team, soccer team, cross country, in this case, girls soccer, and Coach Strickland's with us here. And right or wrong, these girls deserve all the pub they can get because they work hard just like football and band and everybody else, right?
They sure do. They sure do. They get out and work every day. They're in the gym working hard.
Yep. Let's talk about it. 2015 Science Hill girls soccer. Boys play in the spring, girls play in the fall. So let's talk about the Lady Hilltoppers and the girls soccer team.
The Lady Hilltoppers this fall have 12 seniors this year that are returning. A good, solid base of players. We've got some young players that are pretty exciting. One of our headline players is going to be Hannah Torbett. You know, she's signed to go to UTC. She's a really strong midfielder. Our senior goalkeeper, Taylor Kelly, is going to be a strong player. Brooke Vogel, Aaron Tamita, Kate Hodge, they're all seniors that are going to play big roles in what we do. Up top, Lauren Trent's going to be a dangerous striker to score a lot of goals. I think Emma Ford will make a big impact this year. These are all seniors who are making a big difference.
Awesome. This man knows his team has no notes. I'm going to try to write as fast as I can. He's just popping them out. That tells you he knows his team forward and backwards. What's going to be the strength of Science Hill Lady Topper Soccer?
I think our strength's going to be a lot like the boys was. We'll be able to dominate a lot of games with ball possession. We got a lot of speed. I think we can press teams. Our fitness level is going to be excellent. I think we'll be a high goal-scoring team.
Conditioning. I guess football, basketball, baseball, whatever the sport is, you want to be in better shape than the opponent, and that's where conditioning comes in, right?
Exactly right. You know, we play an 80-minute match, and that last 20 minutes, when your fitness level is not good, you start making mental mistakes. Your ability to concentrate breaks down, and that's where I think you'll see a difference in Science Hill soccer this fall that will wear down good teams that we can break down.
Talking to Coach Strickland again here on Media Day at Kermit Tipton Stadium. Again, this will be up on YouTube later on today. It's right now on iTunes and TuneIn Radio all over the world on livestream.com. And, of course, we're very pleased to be a part of the Topper Nation. Starting with football, we're going to be broadcasting. I'm even going to come and try, not that versed in soccer. If you can find me somebody to help me, I would love to come out and broadcast a soccer match or two. I don't know a lot about soccer, but you can find me somebody that would be a good color person to kind of help the old man bring it out here to the fans. I'd love to come out here and do a soccer because I think it's very exciting. There's a lot of interest for Science Hill Lady Hilltopper soccer here in Johnson City, isn't there? Good turnouts.
There is, and I'm sure I could get someone to sit right next to you and help you through in some good big matches against Bearden or a Hardin Valley, a top team. It would be an interesting game.
Yep, I want to do that. Before I let you go, conference-wise, let's talk about who looks to be strong this year in the conference.
Well, as usual, Dobbins-Bennett's going to be strong. Coach over there has them playing well. Tennessee High has a player that she gets some looks with our U16-17 national team. She's a strong player that we're going to be facing at Tennessee High, so they're going to be a tough foe also.
Can't miss games at home. If you want to circle the calendar, some games if you want to come out and watch them because they play right here at Kermit Tipton. So if you want to come out and watch them play, give me a couple of can't miss games on the schedule.
Dobbins-Bennett's one. Bearden we play at home, and Hardin Valley we play at home. We're talking top 5 teams in the state that we'll be matched up with.
Awesome. If you want to, bring, as you go back over, send a couple of the girls over here. Let's get them on. I've been interviewing some of the student athletes too, and if you want to, bring some of your ladies over here and let them talk. Let's get them some exposure and continue to promote Science Hill Lady Hilltopper Soccer. How's that?
Thank you. Thanks for being out here and supporting us.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Go Toppers.
Go Toppers.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and bring over a couple of ladies. Let's talk to them because they deserve the publicity. They work very, very hard, and we definitely want to do that. It is Media Day here at Kermit Tipton Stadium, again at Science Hill High School. We are pleased to be a part of this on Tom Taylor Productions. Again, live streaming we are, obviously, and on iTunes and TuneIn Radio and also on YouTube by way of the camera. And so you'll be able to watch this, and it'll stay up there, just like the football game from Halloween. It's still up there, and it will remain up there. So it's archived indefinitely, so you can enjoy going back and watching this or anything else we do with Science Hill Sports. And that'll start August the 28th, as we told you, the football. And we are going to, with plans to do some volleyball. We're going to try and do some soccer. I'll give it a whirl. Don't know much about soccer, but I guess I can learn. And we'll try and bone up on that and bring you some soccer. If nothing else, just flip the camera on, just let it go, and you, as a soccer fan, can watch for yourself. But we'll have some commentary, some volleyball, certainly come spring, baseball and softball, basketball, and whatever's going on, maybe even a swim meet with Coach Coraggio and the folks at the Freedom Hall Pool. So if it's Science Hill Sports, we're going to be a part of it and telling you all about it, both during the broadcast and certainly during the day from 11 to 2 on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. 16 states, 7 countries now we've been getting feedback from. And I do want to say thanks to Horace. Horace came by today, helped me get this thing set up. He has moved on to have breakfast and spend some time with Mrs. V, which he should, but he was very gracious and to come over and help me get this thing set up earlier this morning. So we certainly appreciate that and appreciate what he did to make this thing go. We'll sit right here and wait for some more folks to come by and visit with us. Again, it's Media Day here at Science Hill High School, Kermit Tipton Stadium. We'll be right back with more as you watch and listen to it on Tom Taylor Productions on livestream.com. And we're back on Media Day, and Coach Strickland brought her over here, and she is. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Hannah Torbett.
Hannah Torbett. Get that up so I can hear those golden tones. Let's talk about your soccer team this year. Pretty excited about the Lady Hilltoppers?
Yeah, we're really excited to have a new coach and get new coaching, and it's going pretty well so far.
Yeah, awesome. Let's talk about summer. Did you guys go to any camps? What y'all do in the summer to get better?
We went to the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga soccer camp where we got some excellent coaching from a foreign coach, and I think that we overall got
way better as a team at that camp.
Yeah. We're talking to Hannah Torbett. So what's your goals this year? What year are you, by the way? You senior?
I'm a senior.
Yeah. So what is Hannah Torbett's goals individually and goals as a senior on the team?
Well, individually, I'm just trying to improve my game. I'm going on to play college soccer, so it's really just about not getting injured and improving my game. And as a team, we haven't been to the state tournament in a long time, and so we're trying to get there. That's our main goal.
Yep. Where are you going to play college at?
I'm going to University of Tennessee at Chattanooga.
UT Chattanooga. Going to be a moccasin, Lady Moccasin. That's
Yes,
cool.
sir.
Now, who are some of the other ladies on the team? You're a senior. Who are some of the other seniors on your team this year?
We have, I think, 12 seniors.
Oh, there's no way. I'm going to go ask you to name them then. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that many, so
Yeah,
there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there some unity in the senior class this year for the soccer?
Yes, we've all been together since our sophomore year, and some even play club together, so we all have a good thing going.
Yeah. And we wanted to continue. And what team on your schedule do you look forward to playing? Which one do you circle and go, yeah, we get to play those guys, or in this case, these girls?
Definitely Dobbins-Bennett. We always look forward to playing Dobbins-Bennett because it's always a physical match, and it's always close, and those are our favorite games.
There you go, playing DB. All right. Looking forward to a big year for senior Hannah Torbett. Give us some taters. Go Toppers.
Go Toppers.
Yeah, good job. Hannah Torbett, nice job. Appreciate her coming by here and talking to us on Media Day. Here's another young lady that's standing over here. She just looks like she wants to talk, so we better let her get those headsets on, let her do the same thing. Hannah, thank you. Appreciate you very much. Nice lady. Yeah. All right, let's put this another young lady in over here and find out who she is and tell everybody who you are, please.
I'm Brooke Vogel.
Hello, Brooke Vogel. How are you?
Good.
Good. Now, I'm going to ask you a really stupid question, so don't laugh me off the radio here, off the internet. She has a black shirt on. You have a white shirt on. What's the difference?
White's home and black's away.
Give me some taters. See, I just asked a really dumb question, and you were nice and kind of let me down easy. Tell me about yourself, would you please? You junior, senior?
Oh, I'm a senior.
Senior, all right. What's your goals for this team? She was telling me that Hannah said new coach, pretty excited. You guys, you excited too about the year coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get far.
Go get far. Good. Now tell me how you got better as a player this summer. Did you play a lot? Did you play club ball? How did you get better?
I played club, and then we all went to a soccer camp at UTC.
Mm-hmm.
So that really helped. And I don't know. I feel like the team's really good this year.
What position do you play?
Center D.
Center D. So we'll be looking for Miss Vogel on Center D and ask you the same question. On the schedule, which one did you circle and go, can't wait to play that team right there? Which team is it?
Dobbins-Bennett.
There you go. That's what I figured. They pretty much tell you the same thing over there. So it's a two-way street. Dobbins-Bennett looks forward to Science Hill, and Science Hill looks forward to DB, and looking forward for a big year, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lady Hilltoppers, all right? Give me some taters. Good job. Miss Vogel, again, one of the folks, she plays Center D, right? I'm trying to learn the sport. Center D. That's what we'll be looking for, and your number is 21. Look for 21 on the field when they play here at Kermit-Tipton or on the road. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Again, it is Media Day here. We appreciate these young ladies and gentlemen coming over here and talking to us. And we've got one more. Oh, gosh. Now, she's got a maroon top on. I don't know what that means. Now I'm really nervous. I figured out the black and the white. Now, what does maroon mean?
I'm the goalkeeper for Science Hill.
And your name is?
Taylor Kelly.
I like it. Tom Taylor talking to Taylor Kelly. Good. So tell me how you get to be a goalie. I mean, everybody kind of picks positions when you play football and basketball and baseball, but in soccer, did you want to be a goalie? Did somebody along the line say, Taylor, get over and try and be a goalie, and it kind of stuck? How'd it work?
Yeah, when I was about 5, my dad kind of forced me in the position, and then I kind of just picked up on the skills and ended up loving it. So,
what does it take to be a good goalie?
You have to have fast foot skills. You have to be very technical with your hands. And you have to have the foot skills to pass the ball back out. So it takes a lot more technical skills to do that.
So it's not more than just standing there blocking the ball,
Yeah,
right?
like everyone just thinks we just stand there, but you got to be out of your box. You got to be moving around for the pass back.
Here's another question. I'm learning the game of soccer. How far is the front? How much area do you have to cover as a goalie? Is it 10 feet across?
Well, the box is 18 yards, and it's 44 across. But I'm usually outside of the box, too. Like, if the ball's on the far end, I'm out of my box.
Right. But the area that you actually have to contain and kind of guard is how far across?
It's 44 yards.
44 yards from pole to pole.
Yes. Oh, you mean the actual goal itself?
Yeah.
It's about 6 yards.
6 yards.
I thought you were talking about the box. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, it's about 6 yards.
So I got to be really quick on my feet to be able to move forward and backwards and block that whole 6 yards.
And you got to be able to spring too, off your feet.
Yeah, well, I'm out, so I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to call it and let you do it. Taylor's a better goalie because you got to be quick on your feet. You got to have a little spring to your step. And how many years you been goalie?
I started when I was 5, and I'm about to turn 18.
So you've always been a goalie?
Yes.
Cool.
Last year at Science Hill.
So tell me about this year for you. What do you want to do as an individual and as a team for Science Hill Lady Toppers?
We're super excited to have a new coach this year, and our goal is to make it to state, and we're just going to take one game at a time and hopefully get to the ultimate goal of state.
What is a stat? I'm learning the game of soccer. What is a stat from a goalie that you'll be most proud of? Because, like, pitchers get strikeouts and free throw shooters get a high percentage in basketball. What's a stat a goalie would be very proud of? Block shots?
Goals, yes.
No goals?
Well, I mean, you want to block the shots, but it's better to catch the ball, so you give up second chances. So it's better just to keep the ball out of the net. That's basically what you look at.
See, learning something here just talking to her. This is awesome. And I appreciate you coming by, and we want everybody that can come up here and watch you guys play. Same question I asked Hannah and Miss Vogel. On the calendar, circle which team do you look forward to playing the most?
Definitely Dobbins Bennett, those Indians. We're going to tackle them down this year.
There you go. Taylor, good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go Toppers. Good job, the goalie for Science Hill Soccer. Sun's popped out. Fog's gone away. Sun's popped out. It's getting warm here. And we like it because we're in Media Day 2015 at Science Hill High School. We're home for Science Hill Sports, the Topper Nation. We'll crank it up on August 28th with, again, a great round of football with Coach Carter and the Hilltopper football team. We're also going to bring you some soccer and some volleyball and some different sports. So we'll take a break. We'll continue just to stay right here to the next round of folks come by. So stay with us. You're watching and listening to Media Day 2015 here at Science Hill High School. Football team yet to come. I think we've covered just about everybody except the football team. Let's see. Cheerleaders, check. Golf, cross country, soccer, dance team, unity dance team. Again, the volleyballers are not here today. At least the varsity is not, although I see some volleyballers out there. So we may get, this may be the 9th grade team, but we'll get them over here in just a second. So bear with us. Stand by. We'll come back with more. And, of course, yet to come will be the 2015 Hilltopper football team. Back-to-back Big 7 titles. State quarterfinal appearance a year ago for Stacy Carter and the Hilltopper football team. And those folks coming off a big scrimmage last night in Lenoir City. Another scrimmage coming up this Friday in Knox Catholic or at Knox Catholic. So we'll talk to Coach Carter and the football team coming up here in a few minutes. So stay with us. We'll be right back with more on Media Day from Science Hill High School and Tom Taylor Productions. And we're back on Media Day again. We are jacked up, to say the least, to be part of the Topper Nation. I do want to say thanks to all the coaches who have come by so far. Again, our dance team, Kelly Bowman, and our Unity dance team, Tracy Honeycutt. Cheerleader, of course, Miss Cutlip. Coach Vanley, the golf team, cross country, Coach Brockett, and Coach Strickland been by again with their respective teams. And, well, the man sitting to my left, I'll tell you what, when it comes to class, he's got a big 8x10 glossy in the dictionary. This guy works hard. He's a success everywhere he goes, and whatever he's been involved in, whether it's baseball at Sullivan East or football at South, and now head football coach at Science Hill, my man Stacy Carter. Coach, good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning, Tom. How you doing?
Good. Getting ready for another round of Science Hill Hilltopper football, and gosh, coming off back-to-back Big 7 titles, state quarterfinal appearance. We've had a pretty good run so far, but we're just kind of scratching the surface, aren't we? We're just getting started up here at Science Hill.
Well, that's what we think, and, we think we've come a long way, and we know we got a lot further to go, but we think we're on track, and the kids are, that's their mindset, too. They're not satisfied at, how far we've come, and we feel like we have. We made some great strides, but to get where we're at, we still got a few more obstacles to achieve and get over. So we got that mindset, and we think our kids can get there.
Absolutely. By the way, we're going to have the coaches show again this year. Our first show we will shoot will be on the 24th, the Monday of game week, and it's being brought to you by this year by Champion Chevrolet and also by Chick-fil-A, which we're very excited for those folks. And Coach, before we get into the team, I want to brag about the facility here. I mean, this is state-of-the-art, top-shelf football field, the new field house that Blue Lizard's sponsoring, among other folks, and it really kind of, I would think, psychologically from a kid's standpoint, to walk into these kind of facilities kind of just gives you a little psychological lift, because, I mean, this is state-of-the-art. This is big-time stuff, isn't it?
Well, you want our kids to realize what they have and what what this city and through our leadership and the community involvement, what they did, to get the new field house and this facility. We went to Lenore City. They got a nice place down there, but it's really a nice football facility. But then when you look back and see what we have and what our city has provided, it's unbelievable. It really is. So first of all, we want our kids to know how fortunate they are, and not to think that this is a everyday thing. And we do have great facilities, and it's all because everybody pulled together to make this happen. Coach Turner really a long time ago had a vision for this, and the field down here, and then all of a sudden now you got this field house. It's unbelievable facilities.
Yep, had a chance to go through it last Friday night during the scrimmage, and yeah, even with it not totally done, it'll blow your mind. And we're going to hopefully get in there with a video camera and take some video and download it on the Tom Taylor website coming up here in the next week or two when it gets done. You have back-to-back Big 7 titles. You lose a kid named Magoo and a bunch of other great athletes last year, and they really left their mark on Science Hill football forever. And as much as they did a fantastic job. You got a great nucleus coming back this year, 2015, and those guys kind of set the bar for this senior class to kind of step up and try and match it this year, right?
Well, we have a great class coming back. Now, first of all, I want to say something about those kids that just left. I mean, we're talking some superstars that just left. And Malcolm White and Dylan Miles, another two kids that are just unbelievable players. And it may be the most missed right now till we get where we need to be. And of course, Malik and Mikey, what outstanding two players. And there's a lot of other ones, too, that we're not even talking about. But those two are special, and they have left their mark on this program forever. And, it has to be done. We have our Reed Hayeses. We have our people that come through, our Justin Snyders, those people that kind of set this on the way, people that are dedicated to our program, or Grant Janeway, Tate Isbell. I can name hundreds of kids right here to have got us where we're at right now, because this has not happened overnight. So, and I think that, they come back all the time. Because they know that, this just didn't happen. These kids put their time and effort, and they're leaving a legacy, and they're back still promoting the program and with us, and that's really helped. Now for the guys we have coming up, we have an outstanding group of kids. Our leadership, Justin Medard and Elijah Mathis, and then you got Quentin Alabocas. That's some of our captains, and Zach Canada. That's our four captains, and guys that with a lot of experience, great kids, and a great leadership bunch, and among a lot of other kids that can really play.
We're talking to Coach Carter again with the media day here at Science Hill High School, Kermit Tipton Stadium. Sun's popped out. Beautiful start here on this Saturday. You look up and down these guys. I saw them last Friday night against the three-way against Crockett and South, and Jordan Holly flying to the football, and Bryson Tolley and Zy Canaday, and go up and down this list. I mean, you got a bunch of youngins coming back and can flat fly to the football. And what's going to be a strength this year of Science Hill football across the board? What do you think is going to be your strength?
Well, I think when you first look at our team, and this, it hasn't been in the past with that, but when you look at it, it's our defense. We are a very physical football team. It's hard to run the ball, and we got good folks in the secondary too. It's hard to throw the ball. So, that's the first thing. And as a coach, you can kind of have a sigh of relief because, the old thing, it's defense wins championships, and we definitely have a defense. Our offense, talented, and it's coming. It's really, it's every day it's getting better, and it's going to be explosive too. But to have that defense is just a luxury. So I would say that's the first and foremost thing that jumps out at me. And the big thing is we got a great D front and great linebackers. When you got that, we've always had the secondary kids. We've always had that kind of people that can play and do a good job in there. And now you add those linebackers in there, something that we've kind of struggled with maybe for the last 5 years. We got them, so that makes our defense a lot better.
Linebackers the other night, again, last Friday night, man, they were flying the football, and they were putting some hits on some folks. So the linebacking core is, man, there's some headhunters, and they'll get after it. Talking to Coach Carter again on Media Day. So you look at this football team for 2015, the strengths, as you mentioned, and then always a key part of a football, and you and I have talked about this every year since we've been together, the kicking game, very critical. And who you counting on this year, the punting and place kicking for Science Hill?
Well, Adam Moorlegan is a very talented kicker, probably one of the talented kickers around. He has got a super leg. He's probably almost 100% in the end zone every time he kicks it off, and has good punting leg also. So he's a good athlete too. You'll see that, big, strong kid. So, we're looking at great things, and he has the potential to, kick after this if he wants to do that. So he's that kind of player. So that's who's going to have those duties.
Last night, Lenoir City graded the team. Of course, it wasn't that long ago, but looking back, how did we do last night on the road to Lenoir City?
First of all, I want to thank Lenoir City. They took us on late, and it was a great scrimmage. Those guys had it well formatted out, and we played a lot of series. You got a lot of, our ones, twos, and threes, plenty of reps, and I thought our team played really well. And they had a great defensive front too, so it gave us good work. And we outskilled them a little bit in the skill positions, and that was kind of the difference. But up front, it gave us super work for our young offensive line, which we needed. So, and we think we got a lot out of that, and I think they got a lot out of it too. So it was a great scrimmage for both sides.
No jamboree. One more scrimmage next Friday night down in Knox Catholic, and then no jamboree for this year. Then we flip the lights on. It's for real coming up. What was it? 3 weeks from last night. We're ready to go, right?
Ready to go, and that'll be on the 28th. And next Friday we have a huge test with the Knox Catholic team. They got some a couple guys. They probably got the best offensive tackle recruit in the whole nation. The Mays kid that Dad played at University of Tennessee, and he's already committed to UT as a sophomore. Also, they got the Maury Rogers, T. Martin's son. So, everybody knows T. Martin from those UT guys. So, it's going to be a very talented bunch. It's going to show us where we're at, and hopefully we can show them where they're at too. So, hopefully it'll be we'll get after each other. But it's going to be good for us, and I think it's going to you got to play good people, and definitely that's a good scrimmage to show us where we're at.
On a personal note, there's a young lady, 94 years old. She said every Friday night she's going to be sitting in front of that computer listening to me call Science Hill ball games, Sweet Lou Jones. Am I right? She's 94, 93?
Yeah, she's 94. She's a special lady. She is one of the most special ladies in this world, and I thank you for always being there for her, and she special to me, special to our whole family, and I'm sure she'll be glad to listen to it this year.
Yep, she told me she's 94. She said, before I go to Glory, she said, I hope you get to go over and call Stacy's ball games. And I went over and told her a couple of weeks ago that was going to happen. She let out a 94-year-old war whoop. I thought, good grief. She went, woohoo. It was great. I'll never forget that long as I live. And, Coach, I'm just tickled to death to be here. What a great surroundings. And as Keith said earlier before you got here, that probably 500 or 600 kids on a Friday night representing Science Hill with the band and cheerleaders and dance team, football team. There's a lot of things going on here, a lot of opportunities at Science Hill to be whatever you want to be, and I'm just pleased to be over here and be part of the Topper Nation, and I'm jacked up. I'm ready. Put me in, Coach.
You know, I'm excited too, and I just think for the opportunity to be, and I'm very fortunate just to be a part of this, and you know, a lot of good leadership here, and it's just a good place to be, and there's a lot of people that are pulling together to make this a good experience for all our students here at Science Hill. So you know, we're excited about it.
Go Toppers! I know you got to get
Go
over to me
Toppers.
today.
Appreciate
Yes, sir.
you.
Yes, sir. Good man right there. He's awesome. He's my buddy, Stacy Carter. Now, he is class act. That's all I can tell you. Good man. We appreciate him very much. Again, Media Day here again as we're broadcasting from, again, Science Hill High School. And I think we're going to squeeze in the cross-country team. I think we want to get them in here. And also I want to get Coach Bedard over here, too, if I can. I'm going to get him in here a little bit. And hello. Hello. We want to – yeah, we do. Sit right here. Let's talk. I would love to have one of your senior runners or someone to be a great interview. Yep. All right. Here we go.
We got Noah Charles, Alex Krieger, top two boys. Hallie Houseman and Lydia Lee are top two girls.
All right. I'll let you go first here. So.
I need my clipboard.
All right. So we go from Coach Carter football to cross country, and that's good. Tell everybody who you are, please.
Jennifer Brockett.
Jennifer Brockett, the cross country coach here at Science Hill. Let's talk cross country. Has it started yet? What's your schedule? You warming up, or has the season already got started?
We've started with practices. We'll practice for a couple weeks, and then our first meet will be at the end of August, and we'll go up to Virginia.
Yeah. Now, of course, the young man out of Daniel Boone, Adam Bernard, who has really done a great job putting cross country on the map locally. I think it's brought a new awareness to cross country. A lot of folks may have not known about it. It's an exciting sport. I ran cross country myself back in the day. So it takes a special kid, in this case student athlete, to be a cross country runner. It's not the most glamorous, as you well know. They don't get a whole lot of pub, which is why I've got you over here so you can promote these kids. But it's one of those kind of unsung heroes, but yet they work very hard, don't they?
They do. It's a different kind of athlete. You have to be more driven mentally. You've got to have the physical aspect, but mentally you've got to know how to push past levels of pain that most people wouldn't. So to be really successful, you have to be willing to endure a level of pain.
Yep. Recap last year for us. Tell us how it went last year in 2014 for cross country.
Last year was good. We had the boys finished out 5th in the state, and the girls finished 6th. With the boys, it's hard. Daniel Boone, an amazing team this past year. They went to nationals and everything. So when you've got a team like that in the area, it's hard to kind of get put on the back burner. So my boys are a little bit determined this year.
Make a little more,
yeah,
a little bit more noise.
Yes.
Good. It's good goal to have. Say, hey, we're running over here in Johnson City. We want a little publicity too, right?
Yeah. So
good.
you had Boone was 1st in the state, and we were 5th. So 2 teams out of East Tennessee doing very well out in state.
So you finished 5th in the state.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Talking to Coach Brockett again. Who are some of the young men back this year you can count on?
We've got Noah Charles and Alex Krieger, which led us last year. And they're, again, out front. And they've pulled some depth from Harrison Barrett, Malik Gamechu, Alex Grajeda. And then we're looking at some other seniors that could possibly make some noise. And then we have a freshman that is doing really well right now.
I'm fascinated by this sport because I ran it and I understand. Of course, I'm from West Virginia, so we were running back through trails and middle, God knows where, in the middle of nowhere. And I'm thinking, why am I doing this? Because it's not out there everybody can see you. You're out there by yourself, and more times than not, you're competing against yourself. And the mental thing is like you're just trying to constantly challenge yourself, right?
Yes, and that's the biggest thing. And what we're actually working on this year is the pack mentality. So where you have that person on your team that you're running with, and that helps. It's going to pull you. It's going to make you want to work harder with the team aspect. It is individual, but there is that also team element to it. So we're working on being able to race well with each other.
Guys are 5th in the state. Tell me about the girls' side this year. Who are you counting on?
We are looking at Hallie Houseman and Lydia Lee again. So they were, top in the state last year, and they're definitely right on track again this year. Following them up, it's kind of up in the air. We never know what's going to happen. We've had a lot of girls working hard, Julia Simpson and Katie Simpson, Taylor Canfield and Casey Miller, and then Gabby Martis. But there's always some surprises that happen with the girls.
Talking to Coach Brockett again, cross country. We're at Media Day. This is up on YouTube. You can go back and watch it later on. Right now it's on iTunes and TuneIn Radio all over the world. And obviously YouTube, as we've said throughout the show, football game back in Halloween. We had folks watching. We had 10,000 viewers of the Hilltopper DB football game. And we had people far away that was texting us and sending us stuff on the computer from far away as Japan. So one never knows who's watching and listening to this. But what makes a good cross-country runner, and what about a feeder program? We talk about football and basketball coming up, but how does a young person get started running cross-country here in Johnson City?
We have some amazing programs. We've got Girls on the Run in the elementary schools, so that's a great way for girls to get involved in something that they may not know. You know, they're used to seeing soccer and volleyball, so running is something that a lot of them may not know is available to them. And then we have the new Tri-Cities Youth Athletics that's in its second year here in Johnson City, and they run cross-country meets and track meets throughout the year. So they've been a good resource to kind of get kids started young with competing and running.
I'm assuming you being the cross-country coach, you at one point ran yourself or still do,
I did,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, I ran in high school. I did not run in college, but I've continued to run the past couple of years. I actually just ran in Boston this past spring.
Ran the marathon?
Yes.
Really? How'd you do?
It was okay. It was not the best weather.
Good answer. That was a good political answer. We did okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It wasn't the best weather that day.
Got you.
But yeah, and it's good for our athletes because they see all of our coaching staff runs, and we still set goals for ourselves, and they see that it's a lifelong sport.
Leading by example.
Yes.
If I'm out here doing it in the rain, you girls and guys can do it out here in the
Yes.
rain. Got you. I understand. Hey, I appreciate you very much. Send me a one guy, one lady over here to talk, and let's hear it through their eyes. And is there a schedule on the website? Can we go out and find out what your schedule is?
Yes, we have a website. It's linked through the Science Hill, and our schedule is on there.
Awesome. I will get you on as often as I can to promote this sport throughout the year. And guys finished fifth. Where did the ladies finish last year in the state? Sixth in the state. Awesome.
So we're looking to better that this year.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. Go Toppers.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, good job. Coach Brockett again with us from Cross Country Hill Media Day 2015. And this is awesome, and folks are gathering, and we appreciate her coming by here. Let's get a young lady and a young gent on here if we can. And seniors, awesome. All right. We're in the South. Ladies go first. So, all right. Let's get this. Let me spin that around for you right that way. All right. It is Media Day, and tell everybody who you are.
My name's Lydia Lee.
Lydia Lee. Good, Lydia. And as Coach Brock said, one of the seniors, tell me so far, what's been the best time for you? What's been your best performance so far in cross country?
As in, like, for meets and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
My best meet for last year was at Valkyrie. It was in Kentucky, and I got a 19:05 for my 5K.
5K, 19:05. That's awesome. Now, folks see you out here running, training. It's heat, rain, cold. You're out there all the time, right?
Yeah, we're out there a lot in, like, the different weather conditions and stuff. And it gets difficult, but it's interesting and it's fun.
Yeah. Now, how did you get started? I always find it interesting when I talk to cross-country folks, how you got started running cross-country.
When I was 4, my dad was going to do a 5K, and I was like, hey, can I do it with you? So I did a 5K when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I was just kind of hooked after that.
Yeah, and the rest, they say, is history. So what is your goals this year for you personally and for the team this year in cross-country?
For the team, I feel like we need to get a lot closer and, like, more together and at more of a team. And then I want to break 18 and just get strong, or I want to break 19 minutes and just get stronger as a runner altogether.
From a rivalry standpoint, is there a team out there that you guys really get revved up for, you know you're going to be running against?
Yeah, there's a team that we compete against regularly. It's Morristown West.
Yeah. When you see them get off the bus, you go, uh-oh, it's going to be good today. It's going to be fun, right?
It's really fun running against them. It gives us a lot of competition, and that's good.
Again, your name is?
Lydia Lee.
Lydia Lee. Good job. Good luck to you this year.
Thank you.
Yep, go Toppers. Appreciate it very much. Lydia Lee, one of the senior cross-country runners. And now, young man, if I'm not mistaken, I want to double-check here and see if he's, in fact, not a basketball player too, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what I thought. So, number 34, is that right?
No, it's Peyton Wingate. I'm number 22.
22.
Yes, sir.
Right. But a cross-country guy, too. What's your best time so far?
15:58.
15:58, all right. I was talking to Lydia. Tell me about how you train. Again, as Coach Brock said, heat, rain, snow. You're out there, right? Got to
Yes,
do
sir.
it.
We're
Got to
out,
go.
We're out on everything.
Yeah.
We at the beginning of the summer we were running in the mornings at 7:30, and then the first day of real practice was at 3 o'clock. So everybody's out here just baking in the heat, sweating it all up.
So from a cross-country runner, folks may, that don't know a whole lot about the sports, why we got you over here promoting it, because I think it's a fantastic sport. You guys run on golf courses as far as meets. You run through woods. I mean, you just never know when you show up what kind of a course you're going to run on, right?
Yes, sir. It's all terrain for cross-country.
Yeah. So how do you train for that? If you're training for a 5K, like have you ran today?
No, not yet. We're running tonight.
Run tonight.
Late evening run, yes, sir.
How far?
We're probably going to go to the Tootsie Trail and run about 10.
10 miles?
Yes, sir.
You make it sound like, it's 10 miles. So how far have you ever gone, just took off running?
It's like a normal run?
Yeah.
My farthest is probably 15 miles.
15 miles.
Yes,
That'd
sir.
be like from here to, I guess, Bristol, somewhere
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
I think so.
Just take off running.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Now, football or basketball, cross country, which one you like best? You like them both?
Right now it's cross country because it's cross country season, but I guess when basketball comes around, it might be basketball. Who knows?
There you go. But right now it's cross country.
Yes, sir.
You guys were 5th in the state last year. Can you top that this year?
We're hoping so.
Yeah.
I plan on it this year. We got a good team, heavy seniors this year, so I'm excited.
Yeah, Coach Brock had said we want to do better in 5th for the guys and 6th for the girls. That's a lofty goal, and hey, it's doable. So
Yes, sir.
Go get them, go Toppers.
All right, good to go Toppers.
Yep, good man right there, Mr. Charles again from the cross country team. It is media day. Again, we appreciate the opportunity to come out here and talk to these young people and their coaches, and that's what it's all about. Again, these great student athletes getting ready for the upcoming seasons. Golf has already started. Everybody else cranking up in the very, very near future. Football, of course, as they're here getting their pictures taken. It is media day, and it's exciting. It really, really is. And so we'll stay right here and keep talking to some folks for a few more minutes as the football team's over there. I want to get some of those guys on before we wind this thing down. But, again, we will we'll come back and talk some more here. So don't go away. We're in the midst of, again, the media day for Science Hill Hilltopper Fall Sports, and we'll come right back more right after this. All right, this guy probably could play the linebacker for Science Hill. I think he could probably take some people out. He's a pretty big guy like I am, and that's good. Did you ever play sports, by the way?
I was 170 pounds in high school, so no.
Tell everybody who you are.
I'm David Tamita.
David Tamita, again with the City Commission, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, I want to brag on you all because this facility is, and the commitment to these student athletes, this is our future out here walking around, be it in Town Acres or Fairmont or Liberty Bell, wherever the case, or Science Hill. This is our future at Johnson City. And you, as the City Commission, have made the commitment to step up and give these kids the best opportunity facility-wise, and voila. I mean, this is when people come in here, David, it's a wow factor, no question.
I would argue there's not a college facility in driving distance that's as impressive if taken away Tennessee. It's a beautiful facility. We're proud of it. It's something our community can be proud of, and I know our athletes are proud of.
Well, I was talking to Stacy a few minutes ago. When you go into that weight room and start working out, to me it's a psychological compared to other schools that don't have these facilities. You got to kind of just feel better about yourself because the room you're going to be in, the equipment, and the state of the art. I had a chance to go through that last week with Keith, and man, you talking about a wow factor is this new field house that they've built, and the track and the stadium, and obviously it's pretty good because ETSU is going to use it for their football game. So this really is a showplace and something for the city to be proud of, no question.
It is, and it gets used. That was one thing when this was built. It was our hope and expectation it would be used a lot by not just our school football teams, and so it's great to see ETSU in here. The band has a competition in here. We're bidding on some track and field events. And I just got a first opportunity to walk through the field house today, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. The weight room's impressive. And I think that shows our athletes that we're behind them. We got their back.
And so you all get it on the city commission, and the Board of Education gets it. You guys work together, and it's not just here that you're upgrading facilities in the elementary schools across town, the middle schools. So it's not just Science Hill, but a lot of city governments and school boards don't mesh as well as they do in Johnson City. So, again, you all get it. You partner together and say, guys, at the end of the day, and ladies, we want what's best for our kids in Johnson City, and the proof's in the pudding.
That's right, and we partner to take care of our kids, and I think that's says a lot about the community. Says a lot about the people that are in leadership in your community. I would like to compliment the school board too, because they worked with us real well this year on getting the field house done. A lot of folks went into getting this done, and I'm sure when we open it up on the first game, looking forward to seeing the team jog down from there, and I'm sure we'll recognize everybody involved. But that is a community effort. That was a team effort, and we can all be really proud of it. And I think when everybody sees it, like I was today, I was floored.
I was too last week.
Yeah.
I've been around a while. I've called a lot of games different places,
Yeah.
and that facility is as good as anywhere I've been. So, and then one more point over there, just to the right of the new field house is a bleachers that a heck of a band goes in there every Friday night with Dr. Vermillion and the marching band here at Science Hill.
Yeah.
They're not here today, obviously, but they do a heck of a job too.
They do. We can be proud of that as well. They represent our community very well during away games, and they're going to be in Hawaii for a parade next year, and they always represent us very well as ambassadors of our town. So we got a lot to be proud of here. We got a lot of good things going on. We've got a great community. Got a great women's soccer team. Who
were they vested interest in that, I would suppose?
Well, I've got a daughter who plays number 21 over there. Is my daughter plays varsity soccer. That's just one of her friends there.
Yeah.
And I also have one in the band, so I'm proud of both of those. But I'm proud of everything that happens up here. We got a great community, great kids, great parents, and it shows.
Yeah.
With the product that we put out here. I'm looking forward to seeing the kickoff this year. I think we're going to see have a great team, and looking forward to all the sports.
You got it. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Promoting not just football, but we've talked to the soccer, the dance team, the cheerleaders, cross country, the soccer. Of course, volleyball's in Knoxville with a scrimmage today. But all these young ladies and guys work hard, and they all deserve the publicity, whether they're running through the woods across country or on the soccer field or a football field. They all deserve the pub, don't they?
They do, and we're proud of all of them. And I think what's happening here today shows how proud we are of them, and hope everybody comes out and supports our football team, but all our other teams as well. We've got some world-class, you were just talking to Noah Charles. Got some world-class athletes here that, again, represent our community very well.
Cross country, 5th in the state boys, 6th in the state girls. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's pretty impressive.
No, that's very impressive. So I think you'll see more of that this year. We're looking forward to some good showings from all our teams this year. So I think we'll be well represented in Nashville or wherever the state tournaments occur. I think you'll see a lot of toppers down there.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for coming out today.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
City Commissioner, again, does a great job. And, again, investing in the young people in this city, that's what it's all about. And they've done it. And, again, kudos to the city and the Board of Education to say we want the best. And, obviously, the proof's in the pudding. And that's City Commissioner David Tomita. And we appreciate him very, very much. It is Media Day. Again, we'll bring you the ball game starting August 28th. Can't wait. We'll be here with the Topper Nation football, basketball, baseball, some soccer, some volleyball. We're going to try and do them all. Just to promote all the sports that we possibly can, even Coach Carrazio and the swim team. We may I may get Pat Kenny out and try and get him to help me out with a swim meet. So all this going on, and we appreciate it very, very much, and very, very exciting time here again at Science Hill. And we'll stay right here for a few more minutes and get maybe a couple of more folks to visit, and then we'll get kind of break this thing down and get going. But, again, Media Day continues here. Kermit Tipton Stadium, Science Hill High School in Johnson City. I'm your host, Tom Taylor, with Tom Taylor Productions, and we'll have more. So don't go away. Stay with us, and we'll get some more folks in here in a few minutes. We got more coming for you, Media Day, so we'll be with you just in a second. Got some more guests coming our way, and we continue to promote Science Hill Sports here on the Fall Sports Media Day here at Kermit Tipton Stadium. Fog's gone, sun's popped out. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I can tell you that. It is gorgeous out here. And, again, we start our coverage August 28th. We got the Hilltoppers coming to right here at Kermit Tipton Stadium, and they'll be in here for their home opener and season opener against the Elizabethton Cyclones of Sean Whitten. And then, of course, right after that, roll on the road to a very big test. Go on, Mr. Jeff. Yes, sir. A very big test. We go to Bradley Central, their outstanding quarterback, and then we come back home for homecoming on September the 11th. The Maryville Rebels come to town, the dynasty of Tennessee football. They're coming to town on the 18th of September. Then we go to Daniel Boone, wrapping up that month in October. Hilltoppers are with them home and away to Hardin Valley, which will be a big test on the road. William Blount and Jefferson County back-to-back here in October. We'll wrap up the regular season on the road against the Bearden Bulldogs in Knoxville. And, of course, October 30th, the annual tussle with the Dobbsville Indians again at this time will be at J. Fred Johnson Stadium in Kingsport. We were talking to David Tamita and, of course, to Keith Turner about this facility to our left. That at some point I'm going to go on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and come over here and get a video camera and wander through here and take pictures of this beautiful place. Jeff Bedard's with us. We're getting ready to go swimming here in a few minutes. The little lady and myself, and every time we go to the pool, you know what we're slapping on, don't you?
I hope it's Blue Lizard.
You better believe it. Sensitive. You got it. We wear Sensitive and love me some Blue Lizard. And in fact, I took her by Crown Laboratories, the only place in the world's made right here in Johnson City. And I said, look there. I see the big Blue Lizard sign. I said, that's where we get it, and that's where it's made. It goes all over the world. And, of course, she being 9 years old was like, wow. So, anyway, we appreciate Blue Lizard and what that product does. Folks here in the Johnson City and Tri-Cities. How many folks work there, by the way?
We've got about 200 now that are
awesome.
at the facility. Not all here in Johnson City, but about 160 of those in Johnson City.
Awesome. So, anyway, Blue Lizard, why'd I bring him over? Number one, there's a guy that's going to quarterback our football team. It's pretty dadgum good, I'm telling you. Can't wait to see him under the lights again when it counts. And saw him last year. In fact, on the show, on the game, I called him the mule, just a workhorse. The guy just would not be denied last year running a football, would he?
No, he just loves to compete.
Oh.
He just wanted to be on the field.
He's a gamer, no question. So, first off, before we get into him talking about Justin, let's talk about the facility. You've come up here and made a commitment, and understandably so. We walked through this last Friday night. In fact, I was with you. We had a chance to get a sneak preview with Keith Turner, and the wow factor, it's unbelievable, and I know you're very pleased to be a part of it.
I am so happy, and to put it in perspective, we spent a lot of time this summer doing prospective camps around the colleges, and I would put this facility up against almost every 1A or 1AA facility that we visited. I mean, the community support and what this community's done for the athletes and the students at Science Hill. I coached the 9-10 junior toppers. We had a scrimmage, and we got them all together back behind the facility, and I pointed that out, and I said, you guys have a chance to really benefit from this. When you get into 7th grade, you're going to bring home state championships because you've got 5 years to go in there, work hard every day. Center of excellence really means what it stated. It means go in there, give your best every single day.
You made a good point, too. We're talking to Jeff Bedard, again, Blue Lizard. Again, we're Media Day, and you made a great point. It's not just for the athletes. Somebody out there may go, well, just for the jocks. No. The main student body gets to use that as well, so it's not just for the athletes. Primarily, yes. It's not just for football. All the athletes get to use it, but some of the mainstream students on campus at Science Hill, they get to use it too, right?
Absolutely. It's for the classes, weightlifting, PE. It's for every student.
Yeah. So let's talk about the son. He's ready to go. He's a gamer. Came out and watched him play on the night on the scrimmage. Went up and watched him play on the 7-on-7 at Tennessee High, and I know he's yours, but he throws it on a rope, and the intention is to get it there, and he gets it there in a hurry, a little bit of zip on it too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he started working on his mechanics with a group called NFA, National Football Academies, as a 7th grader, and the one thing that they've focused on is the mechanics of release, the arm slot, which is much different than baseball. He was a catcher in baseball. You throw that ball behind your head and quick. Football, you get that out there, make the L and get to what they call zero. And then footwork. They just drilled that in, and it started to show this year where he can sense people putting pressure on him and move in the pocket. And that served him well.
Yep, he'll be a man with a target on his back this year with Malik gone. He'll be the starting QB, and I'm sure he'll answer the challenge. And he looked very good up here last week. I think Stacy said looked pretty good last night down in Lenore City. So offense is coming, defense a bunch of headhunters, and pretty exciting football team up here. Everybody says we lost a lot, and we did. But, man, we got a lot of horses back in the barn, too, don't we?
Well, I had the chance to go down to Lenore yesterday, and what I will say is our defense is as good as I've lived here for 15 years, and I've followed Science Hill football. This is a special group. They shut them out. I think Lenore had 3 first downs the entire scrimmage against our ones. They didn't see the end zone. They hit hard. They sent 3 of their quarterbacks to the sideline shaking their head. So this is a special group.
Rock your world. The popping you're hearing, it, by the way, is there's a little bit of a breeze picking up here, which is good because it's getting warm and fog is lifted. It's a beautiful day here. And, again, let's go back to Blue Lizard. And I've had you on the radio before back in the day, and I was on radio. Of course, now I'm on the Internet with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. But, Blue Lizard's good not just in the summertime. I remember you telling me on the show winter weather, the winter sun is just as damaging as the summer sun. So Blue Lizard's good year-round is my point.
Absolutely, and just, for one quick point, there's 2 types of rays that cause damage to the skin, UVA and UVB. UVB goes in and out for each season, summer, fall, winter, and spring, and it goes more intense and less intense. But UVA is the same year-round, no matter how far the sun is away. So you need to do that, and that's the one that causes the cancer.
Yep. Blue Lizard, again, it's available all over the place, and you guys stay hopping, and the demand is there, and folks are in there working all the time, putting out the product, right?
Absolutely. We're doing 24/7, or not 24, we're doing 24 4 days a week. So, 3 shifts, 4 days a week, that's pretty good.
I love it, yes. And understandably so, because it's a great product. So, and we appreciate you. Again, one more time, give us the official name of the field house.
It's the Topper Nation Center of Excellence.
Yeah.
And it's a special facility. Can't wait to see what this brings to Science Hill for all the kids.
We're excited being up here to broadcast the games, football, basketball, baseball. We're going to do some volleyball, try some soccer. Try be the key word. Even with Coach Coraggio, may try and do a swim meet too. I mean, whatever the Toppers are doing, I want to be a part of it. So this is a great community, a great place to live, work, and play. And we want to say thanks to Crown Laboratories because you're churn out a payroll every couple of weeks of about 160 to 200 employees. That's real good for the economy here in the Tri-Cities. We appreciate that. Plus, you turn out a heck of a product, too.
Well, Tom, I appreciate everything you do for Science Hill, too.
Yep. Go Toppers.
Go Toppers.
Yep. I know he wants to get back over and see his son. It's his senior media day, and I totally understand that. Being a papa is an important thing, and we appreciate him very much. And, again, I love Blue Lizard, and that's not because he's sitting here. If he never came here, I love Blue Lizard. That's all we use at the old homestead when we go out to protect us from the rays, and it works, I can tell you that. Blue Lizard's Australian sunscreen made right here in Johnson City, and again, Jeff Bedard's the president of the company. I should have said that at the outset of the visit, but again, we thank him, and David Tomita, again, as we said, the city commissioner. It is a media day here at Science Hill Hilltopper football, and again, the guys right here, the varsity folks, and we'll see if I can get Coach Turner to get me a couple of seniors, and I'd like to get Justin on here before we take off, and let's see. Let's do that. We'll turn down our sound. We'll get us a couple of football players before we get out of here, and we'll come back with more on Media Day right here at Science Hill High School, Kermit Tipton Stadium on Tom Taylor Productions. Back on Media Day here again. We're streaming this all over the world. Again, it'll be up on YouTube later on this afternoon, already on iTunes and TuneIn Radio, plus livestream.com. It's Media Day. Again, we've talked to David Tamita, young man from the City Commission who obviously had a lot to say about this facility in the City Commission. Of course, Keith Turner, the outset of our broadcast here early this morning before it all got started. Here's another one who is no stranger to the media. Remember the day, I don't know how long ago, we're about to find out how many years ago I used to flip on WJHL, and there he was bringing you the news. Tony Treadway, who has now moved on to do some different things. But how long has it been, Chief?
Well, I started in 1977, and I worked at JHL till 87.
There you go.
First 7 years in sports, last 3 in news.
News, yep. I remember your news when I first moved here and did an excellent job. And so involved now and have been with this outstanding field house. Tell us about that and some of the other things here at Science Hill.
Well, my son, Wes Higgins, who's now just graduated from Emory and Henry, he was lucky enough to have his senior year playing under Stacy Carter. That was Stacy's first year. And we saw a Science Hill team that went the previous year 3-7, and in the first year was 7-3. So you can talk about turnarounds. And Wes was also lucky enough to play the first year in Kermit Tipton Stadium. So I mean, it's been a highlight of his athletic career. What he learned from Stacy allowed him to go on and play college football at Emory and Henry. So we're awfully proud of Wes and all the things that he did in his athletic and scholastic career, and now he's getting ready to head off to Oak Ridge National Laboratory. He's going to be working down there starting next month. That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive.
So anyway, I was asked by Marcy Walker, who was a commissioner at the time, to chair the fundraising committee for the field house. That was about 4 years ago, and I can remember the first year in the field house, first year in the stadium, we had a big event up here on the hill and brought Steve Spurrier in. And some of the things, and Kermit Tipton was still alive, and cool. Steve and Kermit unveiled an image of that scoreboard right there. And the thing that stuck in my mind is Steve Spurrier said, if you want a first-class team, give them first-class facilities and they'll play like that.
And he's right.
He's right. Give them first-class facilities and they'll act first class.
Yep.
So we had the stadium, and through the hard work of committee members and the generous donations of people like Jeff Bedard that you just talked to, we were able to reach our goal. And our goal was, it was a bit of a moving target. We originally thought about $1 million and we can build this field house. Well, now you're looking at a field house that's getting ready to open that's about $2 million. So, as we raised more money, we raised the bar on the facility. But, about 8 months ago, the City Commission and the committee came to an agreement that all of the money that's coming out of that scoreboard is helping defray some of the cost to finish out the field house. They gave some dollars. Of course, our donors gave about $1 million. So it's been a success all around.
Talking to Tony Treadway again. It's Media Day here at Kermit Tipton Stadium. So, yeah, and, I went through it last Friday night. I got the wow factor. It is really unbelievable. And as I talked to David, it's taken a joint effort. City Commission, school board, private donations. I mean, everybody stepped up and said, we want this to be a showcase facility, and it is. So that right there personifies, to me, it's not about me, it's about we, and we went together as a community and got this thing built.
Absolutely, and it speaks to the spirit of Johnson City. A lot of people in the past have said Johnson City is really not a football school. It's a basketball school and a baseball school. I think what you've witnessed here in this city in the last 4 or 5 years is Johnson City's a football school too. Yeah.
Well, when I was doing South games, and when he told me he was going to Science Hill, and everybody said, I said, I promise you get him over there, let him get his system going. I'm talking about Stacy. I said, he'll build you a barn-burning football program. Proof's in the pudding. Back-to-back Big 7 titles. Only 2 teams last year went to the state quarterfinals in this region, and he was one of them. So proof's in the pudding. This guy's just getting it started. Yeah. And when I talked to him a few minutes ago, he said, we're not just interested in dominating the Tri-Cities. We want to make noise. And we get off the bus anywhere in the state of Tennessee, they go, Science Hill's here.
Right.
and
Right.
that's the right attitude. So.
Well, they're certainly stepping up in opponents this year,
Mhm.
and that will be a huge challenge.
Mhm.
It'll be interesting to see. We know that we can fill the stadium when Elizabethton shows up or Dobbins Bennett shows up, and we'll still have those on the schedule. But can we get fan support on the road?
Mhm.
And I think the more you win, the more support you're going to get on the road. And it will be a magnificent season to just see how Science Hill steps up.
Winning is contagious.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
give me the quote, but Spurrier again one more time. That's awesome.
He says, if you want a first-class football team, give them first-class facilities, and they'll play like a first-class team.
That's awesome. And he's right. Exactly right.
Stacy shows up, the stadium shows up, and suddenly we go from 3-7 to 7-3. And now we've got a first-class field house.
Yep. And a first-class field complex, good enough that ETSU's coming over to play their football games there. That's a compliment in of itself.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, it's great. And I just want the Science Hill fans to be sure to come out when we do have home games and fill these stands, because I think it's going to be a great year.
And those guys out there deserve it.
Yeah.
They deserve to have a full house. So does the band, the cheerleaders, dance team. Everybody involved in Friday night deserve to do whatever they do in front of a huge crowd here at Kermit Tipton. You're right.
That's right.
Good job, my friend. Thank you.
Hey, listen,
always
thank
a
you,
pleasure.
man. It's always a pleasure to work with you and talk to you. And you have a great season this year. You speaking for the Toppers.
You got it. Broadcasting. Can't wait.
Right.
August 28th. I wish it was tonight, but it's not. But it'll be here soon. Up between now and then, we got a little thing called the Urban Tools Night Race we got to do, too, at the Speedway.
Watch
out. Yeah, some
Just
racing.
keep turning left.
Keep turning left. That's it. It'll pedal to the metal.
That's right.
Good job. Thank you.
All right, man.
Yep.
Be good.
Yes, sir. Great job. Tony Treadway again with us. And again, he, as he said, takes a lot of little spokes to make the big wheel go around. And that's what happened to get this facility that we keep bragging on here, this brand new field house here at Science Hill High School. We'll stay here for a few more minutes, and then we'll get ready to blast out of here. It's a little past 12 or 11 o'clock, so we'll stay for a few more minutes, and we'll hope to get some of the players over here, obviously. That'll be one of the goals. We've had Coach Carter, and so we want to get some of the players over here and see if we can't get them to chat with us for a few minutes before we wrap this thing up. It is Media Day at Kermit Tipton Stadium, Science Hill High School, and you're watching it and listening to it on Tom Taylor Productions, again here on livestream.com. Yeah, we're here on Media Day, waiting for a few more folks to come by here before we sign off. And again, the football teams are getting some team pictures. You can't see; it's off camera, but that's what's going on. And so we're trying to get a few of those to come trickling our way after the photos, and then we'll kind of wrap this thing up here on Media Day at Science Hill High School at Kermit Tipton Stadium. So just bear with us, and we will. We'll get back just as fast as we get a couple of more players, more folks to speak to. We will do that and then kind of wrap this thing up and get ready for Hilltopper football on August the 28th against the Elizabethton Cyclones. Hey, we're back here on Media Day. Going to wrap this thing up here in just a few minutes. So you hear him every Monday on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We've got a new time slot, by the way, 11 to 2 weekdays. We moved it to a lot of folks said they like to listen to us over lunch hour, and so they do, and we appreciate that. And you get to hear him because he is a plethora of information. He would be our buddy Dave Angie from the Johnson City Press out here for Media Day. And, man, what a beautiful day, and it's been a lot of fun, and pretty good-looking football team we got out here.
It is impressive. I mean, the size of these guys. I was over at ETSU yesterday covering their second day of practice, and there's not a lot of drop-off size-wise when you come over here. With this team, just a bunch of good-looking athletes out here, and I know they're very, very excited about this season on the heels of the year they had last year.
Let's look at some of these guys here. 6'1", 230, 6'6", 245, 6'4", 250, 6'4", 265. These are linemen. 6'2", 235, 6'4", 290, 6'6", 310. Good Lord. 6'3", 310, 6'4", 310. There's some meat on the hoof out here, Mr. Angie.
Yes, there definitely is. They're going to need it this year, and playing a beefed up schedule, so to speak, to stay on that topic. They you look at Maryville, you look at Hardin Valley, you look at the teams, Bradley Central, of course Dobbins Bennett's still on there. The one positive about about this move that they've made to the bigger league is the fact that week in and week out it's tough competition. And if you look at what they're going to try to do this year, they're going to have a lot of tight ends on the field a lot of the time. Sometimes they're going to spread it out, but you're going to have to use a lot of different things offensively to be able to run the ball against bigger lines and faster lines and the competition they're playing this year. So, it's they're going to need all the size they got, and then they're going to need to be able to spread it out. And I think Bedard under center is going to be able to kind of quarterback this whole deal and keep everybody in line and be able to run this offense. It'll be fun to watch.
Talking to Stacy earlier when he got in here before media day got started, and he said, offense, yeah, but defense, man, these guys, he said, we got one of the best defensive teams we've had here in a long, long time. They fly to the football. They're physical. They'll hurt you. I know I was talking to one of the parents who went down there yesterday, and in fact, Stacy did too. He said 2 or 3 of those quarterbacks, they used 2 or 3 down in Lenore City, and the Hilltoppers put some whacks on them, and they went off the sideline shaking their head because they'd gotten stung pretty good. So these guys fly to the football defensively, and they'll punish you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the defense is the strength of this team. That's what everybody that we've talked to all day has said, that they're expecting the defense to be a rock this year, against whoever they play. And, talking to Justin Bedard a few minutes ago, he said that the defense is kind of like a security blanket for him. He knows that they're going to be able to get stops and get him the football back, which gives the quarterback a lot of confidence. And so that kind of leaves the offense as the work in progress, obviously, because when you have quarterbacks with different skill sets, like you have Malik Magoo, who was good at what he was good at and had very fast feet, and then you have Bedard, who has a completely different but very good skill set as well. You have to build the playbook around what you have. So the playbooks on offense has been kind of in flux, and they've been trying to build a good offense around Bedard, and it's going to be fun to see what they came up with over the offseason.
Talking to Dave Angie again, Media Day, winding this thing down again on this beautiful Saturday. Of course, we are now in the Hilltopper camp. We're going to be broadcasting the Hilltoppers over the internet. Football, basketball, baseball, swimming, volleyball, whatever's going on. Keith says come out here and cover it, so we're going to. So don't be too surprised if I don't tap you one night and say, I need some color, big guy, on one of these sports, particularly soccer. I don't know anything about soccer, but I told him I'd give it a whirl and promote these kids, these student athletes. So in talking to these coaches today, you look at the cross country, 5th in the guys, 6th in the girls in the state. Volleyball had a deep run. The football team state quarterfinals a year ago. Only 2 teams did that here in Northeast Tennessee. Basketball had a good run for Cutlip, and of course the girls team kind of speaks for itself, the kind of run they've had over the last 4 or 5 years. So across the board, athletically, rather, Science Hill's in pretty good shape. They've had great success in most of the sports, and Keith says we want to be number 1 in everything.
Yeah, definitely. And just talking to the coaches I've talked to this morning, it just looks strong, with across the board, like you say, talking to David Strickland, who's taken over the girls soccer team. He's been the boys coach, of course, last year. And, they have 12 seniors, and that's something, that type of experience and the skill that they have, that's going to make them a tough team to beat. You mentioned cross country over there with Alex Krieger as one of the top guys on that team, and just they have a lot of young talent coming up to join the veterans they have, and everybody, it's strong there. The girls cross country team didn't lose anything, and of course volleyball expected to be really, really good this year. So it's kind of fun this morning, all the different coaches, all the different sports kind of scattered around the field here, and it seems like no matter what coach you'd go talk to, they're excited about what they've got. So if you're a Science Hill fan, this is a really, really exciting season here to be a part of all the action.
You have the home schedule. Again, we're talking to Dave Angie of the John City Press. He'll be back with us on Monday talking sports of a different nature, whatever's on the news on Monday on our sports show. But you look at his home schedule: Elizabethton, Irvin, North Carolina, early homecoming, Maryville, enough said, William Blount, and Jeff County. Pretty competitive home schedule, and that should bring the fans out.
Yeah, it definitely should. I mean, we got to be honest about some of the football games we've seen over the last few years, with Science Hill and even with Dobbins-Bennett. The league they were in, that there are some nights you'd drive to the stadium and you'd have a really good idea of what was going to happen. I know personally, having to write about the games, I'd be driving to the stadium a lot of nights thinking kind of about how to write it up, because I kind of knew what the conclusion of the game was going to be, just depending on who was going to be scoring the touchdowns, what was going to happen. But, when you look at the schedule, like you say, competitive football, and I think not just for Science Hill and Dobbins-Bennett, I think for all the other schools in the area too, and looking at the conferences they're in, it's just more competitive week in and week out for everybody. So if you're a football fan and enjoy good competition, this change is just amazing. You mentioned Science Hill specifically here. It's going to be fights into the fourth quarter every night, which I think gives you a better football team. When they have to fight as hard as they're going to have to fight this year, that does nothing but help your program. And for the fans who are here to be entertained, it's going to give them something to watch.
Of course, you live here in Johnson City, so do I, and I've been watching the Liberty Bell team. They're strong. The junior toppers have been very strong. So Stacy's told me the horses are in the cupboard or horses in the barn for a lot of years down the line. So the feeder program here at Science Hill, Johnson City's pretty strong, so it's only going to get better. But, again, let's go back down these. I didn't realize until I got this roster. Good grief. Let me run down through some of these guys again. These are just some of them. 6'2", 200, 6'2", 200, 6'2", 160, 6'4", 310, 6'3", 310, 6'6", 310, 6'4", 290. Good Lord. 6'4", 265, 6'4", 250, 6'6", 245. I mean, these guys, there's some meat on the hoof right here in this football team, and goodness gracious. I mean, you got the skill people, we know about that, but Mr. Angie, the horses are in the barn. They're well fed here, too. Good grief.
Yeah, I think really one of the keys to Science Hill and kind of, obviously the X's and O's and what happens on the field and what the guys are taught have a lot to do with it. But when you're dealing with football, I mean, this is sheer strength and speed. You can't beat that. No coaching can top that. You got to have it. And watching the evolution of Science Hill's strength and conditioning program here over probably the last 10 years, I think Dobbins Bennett had a lead in that for a while, and that's why what was happening on the field was happening for so many years. But I remember 5 years ago talking to some of my buddies around here that are really plugged into the strength and conditioning programs at schools, started to say the numbers on the key weightlifting, squats and bench and all that stuff at Science Hill started really surpassing what was going on, over at Dobbins Bennett and other schools. And as a result, you see these kids being so big and so strong now. That strength and conditioning program and that building they just built up on the hill over there with a state-of-the-art weight room, it's got nutrition, lifting programs and everything to go along with it. And that's what's making the difference right now and giving these players the tools they need to kind of come in, learn the football side of it, and really be successful. So I expect that to kind of continue as the years go on.
I think you're exactly right. Dave Angie with us here. I know you've got other things to do. I certainly appreciate you coming by here. Of course, Monday we'll talk a little sports, and it is here. Of course, Scienceville does not play. Interestingly, final question, the schedule, everybody has an open date. Well, their open date's the first week because everybody else starts up in 2 weeks. Scienceville doesn't get going until 3 weeks on the 28th, so their only open date is that first week, and that can be really grueling as you go play 10 straight against some very, very good competition.
Yeah, it really puts a lot of pressure on them here in the preseason to be sure they've got their I's dotted and their T's crossed because of the fact that, sometimes when you're dealing with, you go through the schedule, you play 4 weeks. If things aren't quite clicking offensively, you get a bye week where you can sit down and say, okay, let's clean some things up, let's figure out what it is, and let's make some adjustments. Now, whatever adjustments they make as they go on, they're going to have to be able to do on the fly. So they can't be really far out of alignment once they start playing football on August 28th against Elizabethton, because they don't get to draw a breath again until it's over with. Until we're looking at Halloween at the earliest. And so that's the deal, is they got to get it dialed in right away. The positive is they have so many experienced players coming back, and the skill position players like Bedard was telling me today. Of course, he's a new quarterback, but you kind of have to put quotation marks around that because he's been in this program a long time. He played primarily running back last year, but he said, hey, these guys I'm playing with at receiver, I grew up with these guys. I've played with these guys since I was a kid, and we know each other. We know we've worked together. The timing's down, the rhythm's down. He's got a strong arm, and I think that being able to build around him, they're going to be in good shape.
Would like to get him over here. However, they continue to take pictures and do some different things over there. So, of course, I can't get up and go get him, but I would love to have Bedard over here. Just the only player I could get. I'd like to get all of them, but it would appear they're still doing some photo ops over there. So, I don't see him meandering this way any at all. So, anyway, Dave Angie, thank you, my friend, for coming by here as always, and looking forward to talking to you on Monday on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and we'll just keep on keeping on.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this year, looking forward to crossing paths with you more often because we always have a good time when we run into each other. Now it's going to be kind of a weekly deal, so we're going to be causing some trouble out there probably. But it's good to see you. It's good to be part of this. Good to be back in Johnson City. I've been working in Kingsport, and I really enjoyed my time over there. But, I've always been a Johnson City guy, and and to have the opportunity to be back here and covering it, very exciting time.
There you go. Appreciate him very much. Let me see if I can squeeze this gentleman in here before we get out of here. Big defensive coordinator, Big Ralph. Can you talk to me for a minute, Bo? Oh, yeah. Got to get my man in here. Dave Angie again, John City Press, thank you. You're awesome, and I'm very blessed to have him on my show as often as I do, and he does a great job. Here's a guy that's no stranger to success on the football field. As a player, now as a coach, the defensive coordinator for Science Hill, Ralph Nelson. And, Coach, I had Coach Carter in here a few minutes ago, and he said, we got a defensive team that flat flies to the football. It may be the strength of our team this year, and it starts with you and your defensive coaches. And we got a bunch of guys out there wanting to hit people, don't we?
Yeah, we got a lot of guys, basically the same guys we had last year. Got a couple of newcomers, but they're a year more experienced and kind of got another year under our belt doing the same type of scheme that we've been doing the last couple of years. And got a lot more depth at positions, linebacker and D-line and outside linebacker than what we've had in the years past. I mean, I guess that's the biggest thing is there's not, if any, drop-off between a lot of our first and second team players out there.
You look at some of the guys, Canada. You look at, I watched him the other night in the scrimmage here last week, and Tolly, and go up and down the line here. Tyreek Perkins. I mean, these guys are athletes. They're gamers. They fly to the football, and that's what we're going to have. We've got a heck of a schedule looking at us in front of us, and we got to have some guys that are ready to compete every Friday night, right?
Right, and I've been proud of the guys' effort so far. And we've been doing basic stuff right now in practice, and even in the scrimmages until we kind of and that's the stuff you're looking for is how aggressive they are and reading their keys and doing the right things and playing their responsibilities. It's easy to go in when it's easy to blitz, really, and these guys hunkering down and learning how to play technique and be a fundamental football player, I think, has really helped us.
Again, we're talking to Ralph Nelson, the defensive coordinator of Science Hill football here on Media Day, and you look up and down this roster that Stacy gave me. Mascaro, am I saying it right? Brent Mascaro?
Mascaro, yes.
Mascaro, 6'6", 245. Fain, 6'4", 250. Shell, 6'4", 265. Let's see, Gastieger.
Gas
Tiger,
Tiger.
6'2", 235. Hunter, 6'2", 240. Q, 6'4", 290. Leach, 6'6", 310. Jameson, 6'3", 310. Coach Stewart, 6'4", 310. We got some meat on the hoof, my friend.
We do. We
Good
do. I
grief.
thought you was reading the coach's heights and weight there for a minute. So, I was glad you was talking about the players. But, we do. We got a lot of guys that's, size is something. And really being at Science Hill, we're with them all the time. And, you really don't pay attention to that as much. But, a lot of people have been walking by saying, hey, you guys are very, very big. You're huge, And now, when you kind of takes that to kind of look back at it and say, we got some big guys up there.
Got some meat on the hoof. The feed bill, the pregame bills, it's going to break somebody up trying to feed all these guys.
Oh,
Good grief.
yeah. We probably grew up in the same type of situation, and so I'm sure they haven't missed too many meals.
Before I let you go, again, we're talking to Ralph Nelson, the defensive coordinator. Tell me about this schedule again. No open dates. Our only open date's the first game of the week, or first Friday of the season. We don't play on the 21st. We start on the 28th. 10 straight weeks of rock and roll fun here, starting with Elizabethton, and you put the pedal to the metal starting August 28th. You don't let up to October the 30th, my friend.
Right, and there's a lot. Of course, we've got a lot of talented kids back, but we play a much, much, much rougher schedule than what we've played in the past and a lot of travel time in that too. And that's kind of most of our scrimmages, the 2.5 hour bus ride, and I think that helps us prepare for some of this. Obviously, Elizabethton, a rival school, for them and us, and went back a long time. Bradley gave us a fit last year here at home, and they've got a real good quarterback back. Irwin, North Carolina, I don't know that much about. I know they're a bigger school over there, and they've got I'd like to throw it out some. Maryville were defending state champions. Boone, it's a big rival, county, city rival that's been very good here the last couple times. In Hardin Valley, Knoxville, William Blount. There's another team in Blount County that's got a new coach that's won a state championship. Then Jeff County and Bearden. They're two teams that just been powerhouses in the past. Jeff County, they've won a couple of state championships there, and obviously coming home to DB for that last game. It's a real tough schedule for us, but I think depth, like I said, we knew what the starters could do, but getting that depth's really going to help us.
The guy named Lombardi said to be the best, you got to play the best.
That's right, and I think when you want to beat a team like Maryville, and you got to play them and play them every year, and that's kind of your goal, and that's the standard now that we're in. Is you got to see them a lot and often, and sometimes it may not be as pretty as what you want. Brentwood Academy was the same way. I think 2 years ago when Brentwood was here, we were kind of beat before we even walked on the field, and going up there this last year really helped us, to not be scared of them and know that we can hang in there with them.
The more you see them, the less you're scared of them. I've always thought that. So when you see Maryville year in and year out, because up to this point it's like, we got to go play Maryville. And, of course, they're a fantastic team. There's no question about that, and they've got a dynasty down there. But the more you play them, the less you're scared of them. I'm convinced of that. So those are yours, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, those are yours. So, Ralph, thank you, my friend. Again, we're looking forward to talking to you as much as we can, promoting these Hilltoppers, and it's going to be an exciting year, and let's just strap it on and get after it, right?
All right. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to having you.
You got it. Good man.
See you, buddy.
Taters right there. My man, Ralph Nelson. That's going to do it from here. These other guys are still getting pictures taken, and we have given you the gist of the media day. We've talked to all the different coaches of this fall sports because they all deserve the publicity we've given them, and that goes without saying. So I do want to say thanks in closing here to Kelly Bowman from the dance team, the Unity dance team, Tracy Honeycutt, the coach, and some of the ladies. Cheerleading sponsor, Missy Cutlip. Of course, golf coach was Kevin Van Noy, stopped by today. Cross country, Jennifer Brockett did an outstanding job. David Strickland, the soccer coach. Volleyball's in Knoxville today, so we'll get a chance to talk to Coach Maiden and her team coming up a little bit later on. We get close to the season. They've got their media day coming up on Tuesday. We'll get a hold of her and interview her. So we appreciate all the opportunity to talk to these folks, but we're going to shut this thing down and move on. And we certainly appreciate the opportunity to come out here. This is step one of the coverage of Science Hill Sports, and we're just getting started, too. We're just getting cranked up. And so this is be up tonight on YouTube and also on iTunes and TuneIn Radio. So, again, thanks to Horace for helping us get set up here this afternoon, or actually this morning. And so we're going to step away and, again, say thanks to you giving us a listen and a view. And, again, these will go up, as we said, iTunes, TuneIn Radio later on today. We'll post them, and also we'll put them up on YouTube where you can watch it and listen to it again as we conclude our media day here, one of what will be many for many years to come, media day here at Science Hill High School. So we'll have a Coach Carter and, of course, Horace to help me get set up, and my little helper, my little buddy, wherever she's at. She's over in the shade going, can we go swimming? We're fixing to go swimming. We are. So, anyway, thanks a whole bunch. Back in the saddle on Monday, 11 to 2 at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Have a great weekend. Thanks again for giving us a listen and a view on the Media Day on Science Hill Sports here on the Fall Sports Media Day from Kermit Tipton Stadium here in Johnson City on Tom Taylor Productions on livestream.com. And until we greet you Monday morning at 11 o'clock for the Tom Taylor Sports Show, have a great weekend, and so long, everybody.